Right. Okay. Well, then I guess we're ready to begin Operation Moathouse. The 5E are on the borderlands, and you all have jumped into the Hamlet system, and you are putting down a widespread rebellion in this outer fringe system, mostly by the elements of the OSR. They've overthrown some governments and stuff like that. So your job, as in like the 5E's mission, is to bring Hamlet system back into the fold of Terra. Your mission, though, is a slightly special one. You will be part of the D-Day invasion force, for sure. That's happening. But rather than rendezvousing with the rest of the group, going to the capital and stuff like that, you are supposed to go and your special duty is assigned. You're supposed to bring and pick up a high value asset who has been, the government lost contact with them. Right, their name is Johnny Divis. So I'll write that in chat just so you know. They're not actually there you go. They're not actually a doctor, but they do a lot of stuff with like doctor things, and it's one of those things where like the THACO printout from the the THACO mainframe printout doesn't really tell you who they are. They just give you sort of like that dot matrix printout of like, this is what they look like. Here's their weight in kilograms and their height, and that's supposed to be enough to know, right?
They have a nose.
Right. And you're given a rough approximate recovery site. So the fun part about this mission is that you're actually doing a beach landing. The defenses of the OSR are preventing immediate orbital drops directly on top of this place. So you actually are taking hover ships over and deploying on the beaches, and they're going to be ready for you. So you get to do a little bit of some D-Day fun on Hamlet Prime. A few things about Hamlet that THACO would print out and tell you. This is a hot world. Rather than being an arid world like Arrakis and stuff like that, this is more like a jungle world. So it's very hot. You'll be bringing extra water. And additionally, it has a semi-toxic atmosphere. So in your characters, just mark as an additional supply box, you're getting additional extra water supplies because it's hot, as well as a filtration system that runs at D8. And lastly, this will be an option either, I don't know how you want to split this up, but there is an additional item that one of you will carry, and this will be the recall smoke, the white smoke. And when you drop that down, a raven will appear in a 1d6 supply die turn. So each round you'll roll the supply die, and when it gets to 0, that's when the raven shows up. So if you need to exfil, you might still have to wait. But does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's your fast escape route. You will also be given an APC as part of this invasion, right? So you can kind of imagine those massive kind of hovercraft that like modern Marines like have for beach landings, right? And then with the front kind of opens, and from the front you guys would be rolling out on an APC. Okay.
Nice.
So the first things I wanted to ask is who would want to control the orbital bombardment, or more specifically the orbital bombardment and like the fighter wing detachments that are providing close air support to the invasion, and how much you're able to soften targets before you all land. Basically, this will be part of your engagement role for how difficult this beach landing is. It's not just you, right? By the way, think this beach should look something like in your heads, like a I guess the best thing that comes to mind would be like Brazil, right? Just like big, huge tropic, beautiful beaches. This place would be kind of like idyllic if it wasn't for the pollen and stuff in the atmosphere and the weird flora. The weather today, though, is currently misty and cloudy. But so who wants to basically roll a d6, kind of like a die of fate here for the bombardment plan for the initial invasion steps. And if anyone cares, the beach that you're landing on is Cuthbert Beach.
Nice.
I was
Cuthbert
thinking.
Beach.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, but I like that. Cuthbert Beach.
Nice.
Wonder if there are maces lying around.
Right?
I mean, Cat, one of my two characters, by the way. One is I renamed them slightly, Eric. I hope that's not a problem.
Not a
Because
problem
I'm trying to get at least 2 references with every name.
at all.
That's one of my weird goals. One now is called Vinny, code name Boom, last name Guy. So it's both Vinny from Atlantis, but also Boom Guy, which sounds like Doom Guy. And the other is John 5, which is already one reference, codename Cat for Cat 5. Okay, sorry, that was my moment to shine. But Cat has a wrist comp. I don't know if
Oh,
that
good.
has anything to do with stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally like a portable computer that will help you understand some stuff. Yeah. The site that you're supposed to pick up this person they're being held is that you know that it's deep in enemy territory in the jungles. Some kind of compound. That's it. You know, everything else has been redacted for your safety.
Absolutely. I feel so much safer already.
Right. So how about everybody just give me a quick list of all our characters, and then tell me also who got the smoke. Thank you. So Steph, you had. I got your 2 characters, and then you can go from there.
Aye, sir.
I'll go. I have Janine Ramirez. She's just a private, infantry private, but she's got a scope on her rifle and a bandolier of grenades. And then I've got Flint Wickman, who carries a flamer. He's a kind of a himbo, I guess. He's a pretty boy, but not that bright.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Flint
You know, he
Wickman.
should be a weatherman, but with a name like Flint Wickman, but he just couldn't learn well enough, so he's a Marine.
Yeah, I've got Lieutenant Ford, who is mostly just trying to stay alive. He's human from the Clan of the Cars. And then I have
Right.
uh,
Can you remind the audience who your beloved is?
my beloved is Miss Jeep Cherokee of the mighty Jeep family. And General Jeep did not approve of me getting his daughter, so that's why I'm here now, trying to stay alive. I also have Private Chevy, who I want to say is a tiefling.
What does
He
that
has
mean?
big horns that come out of his helmet, and
Oh,
he has red skin.
all right. Genetically modified.
Sure, however,
Works
I
for
don't
me.
know
I mean, that's fine.
you're expecting demi-humans, but I thought it'd be funny.
I mean, they don't have any additional abilities.
That's fine.
And as far as I care, in the terms of the Marines, you know, you're all green, right?
And is it that thing where everybody kind of stops for a second and wonders how you put on the helmet, but then
Yeah.
Yes.
quickly we'll forget about it? Like,
Yeah.
I have figured out how it works, but I
it's
will
in
not
there.
explain
Like,
it.
of course, it works somehow. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure you're asked extremely uncomfortable questions by the rest of the Marines
Yes.
all the time, as is tradition. Scope
It
rifle,
is
grenades.
inevitable.
Yeah, thank you.
And Private Chevy's special ops guy apparently has a saw.
Yo, Okay.
I'm
Wait,
still figuring out.
Wait, in this
everything
game,
yet.
does a saw mean a literal saw? Or does it mean a squad automatic weapon saw?
Um,
I think it means squad automatic weapon.
Nice. Yes.
I assumed it was.
Or
like
it could be
the
the famous horror movie.
Well, yeah. I don't think a melee saw would have medium range. So I think we're
I
good.
mean, the ability to suppress.
I
Yeah.
will reach out and
I feel like
touch.
Unreal, where it just shoots saw blades.
Yeah. Or, well, making a note: gun that shoots saws.
Indeed.
That will be an available weapon whenever you enter the Doom universe and you have to go kill demons. For sure. All right.
And then the saw blades explode when they hit somebody.
Yeah. I mean, once you get enough tech upgrade points. All right.
That's
All
true.
right. So let's talk about this orbital bombardment onto Cuthbert Beach. So also for the lore nerds, there's 3 beaches for the landings here. So if you're playing the Mobius 1 solo game of defending the beaches from your space A10, you would be defending Cuthbert Beach, Palor Beach, and Hextor Beach. You are landing on Cuthbert. All right, so this is a single D6. You want to roll as well high as you can. That's a favorable outcome. Golden, you wanted to be a pilot, so you should be the one.
Oh, I'm piloting something.
No, you wanted to be a pilot. So no. This is like an NPC. Like this is kind of setting like how good was the bombing stuff. And rather than I'm rolling it, I thought it would be fun if you all did it. And since your character got kicked out of Flyboy Academy for dating the
Sure.
I think it's kind of like a conciliatory
All right, so
gesture.
I want to put an NPC. All
yeah,
right,
it's a single D6. You want to roll
roll low.
No, roll high.
All
High is
come on.
favorable. Nice. Okay, so it's
Terrible.
everything.
Not terrible.
No, not bad at all. As you hear the sound. I mean, I gotta have like the Saving Private Ryan, like 30 seconds, But the whole sky and stuff in front of you is just rumbling from all the explosions. It has done a monstrous job onto the beaches, disabling a lot of the mines and all that kind of stuff. Things seem to be going as closely to plan as they can. Large amounts of that would be directed energy weapons and artillery and stuff that would be hitting the invasion forces is being squashed and suppressed. But there's not all of it, right? So, who would like to volunteer to be the pilot of the hovercraft carrying like these 6 APCs and the heavy particle cannon carrying heavy tank support here that's coming off of this that's getting ready to disembark? I need you to give me a dexterity check and let's say there it would be 12. So this would be at the NPC. But because of the suppression or because of the suppressive nature of the bombardments, they could be at an advantage. This is basically whether or not your hovercraft here that's bringing everybody in is getting hit.
Both my guys are at 11 dex, so not
No. This isn't a personal roll. Like this is like the pilot of the giant hovercraft that like think of it like this is like the largest of the Matryoshka doll situations where you are all in a hovercraft, right? Inside the hovercraft there are multiple APCs and you're inside and your characters are inside one of the APCs. So like that's like the Russian nesting doll of things. So we're playing a character who's piloting the mega nesting doll right now, to see how many bits of RPGs and stuff like that are hitting it, and how that would affect your all's landing, right? Like, is this like the thing when you're going to be taking on water and like you're going to be driving up the beach, or you're going to make it, or are you making it to the beach? That kind of question. So that's what whoever's doing this is rolling for right now.
That would be Private Wheels that is piloting.
Nice, yeah.
The
Hot
big thing, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Hot Wheels.
Exactly. Hot is the code name.
I assume he's got like the Hot Wheel label on the side of the.
It's red, so it goes faster.
Yeah. He's got all the decals on his hovercraft.
Yeah.
Right. So 2d20.
Yes. And you want a 12 or better. Bravo.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, minimal
Wait,
damage.
Wasn't it roll low? Oh, okay, because it's not a skill check. Okay.
No, this is it's pluses in this game. So you want to roll.
Okay.
So with a Hot Wheels Dex of 12, 12 or above is good. So an
You always
18.
want to roll high, except during character creation. During character creation, you want to roll low.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Okay. Hot Wheels is guiding you all safely as the beaches are getting strafed with machine gun fire, RPG shells, and sort of multi-launch rocket systems hitting the water instead of your craft. Bravo. The one like helicopter, like their hover helicopter thing that's like their VTOL thing is like coming after the ship, and we can see it from their perspective as like they're lining up the shot against your craft, right? And then the flyboys come over and go like the Gatling gun thing and blows them up, saving you. So you all are safe and cool. So we get to disembark. So we're gonna be in the APC. There's 6 of your APCs. Your job is to get off the beach. So there's 3 steps here, like 3 kind of zones we're going to be getting through. There's the beach, there's the defense wall, and then there's the breakthrough, right? So once you're through that, then you can make it out to the swamps, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So we've made it to the beaches successfully with minimum damage here. The only issue now is I need someone for who's piloting your APC. This is one of you.
Well, if it's
Ramirez
agility, if it's
does.
agility checks, Ramirez would
Fire.
be sleight of hand, really good at
Right.
piloting things.
You also get to do a customization question for your APC. Does your APC come with a heavy flamer on top, or does it come with a heavy machine gun on top?
I like the idea of a flamer. Burn our way through the jungle.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Killer. Okay. So, which of you is piloting the APC? Because now it's coming to you.
Oh, Ramirez. Definitely Ramirez.
Okay.
100%.
All right. Ramirez, this is just like the simulations. You've done this 5,000 times there. As you are disembarking off the beach zone, the normal crisscrossing fire of the bunkers on the hills above you are cleared out. It is just nothing but rubble. The downside is that the hills and stuff are now covered in rubble. And so navigating around these blown up barricades and rubble to get up past the defense walls here is going to be the challenge. So this will be like a skill test for me. This will be straight dice. The disadvantage and advantages of the air support and how things are going and the disadvantages of it being, all the terrain and stuff like that are just making it a straight die roll.
Okay.
You could set yourself up with maybe like a brains question of like scouting a good path or stuff like that to give yourself advantage, or someone else could do that. That's a possibility, but otherwise it'd be a straight die pilot test here to get through the beach. Failure means you're going to be making it through the beach, but you're going to be taking fire.
Okay, if I had to give
Not
you
a simulation. We're going in. Everyone, hold on.
Yeah.
I have to give you this cat from Red Dwarf. Is that okay? Nice.
You have a really good dexterity, right?
4. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Bravo. Okay. So you get off the hovercraft and proceed to drive. Some of the craft ahead of you are going left, and other ones are going right. You pick a direction, and then the lead one in front of you takes a hit and spins out. You see the folks in the back trying to disembark as they're like getting shot with a machine gun fire. So with a success here, which means you're not the one getting hit, and you have an opportunity to lay down some fire. So with your flamer through the beaches here, you have 2 options you can go for. You can go after the defense cannons, or you can go after random miscellaneous troops that are still in like the trenches and kind of embedded with this flamer on your APC. Or try to just boost through and drive through. Those are your opportunities. The benefit, just so you know, behind the scenes, the benefit is the more you do to help the invasion, the better their chances are in the sort of overall bigger picture.
Eric, question.
Yeah.
Is there any way I can use the wrist comp to, I don't know, scout a good target, like a group of infantry, enemy infantry that we can just plow through or something? I don't know if it's used for stuff like that.
No, I would. Yes, I would say that would be totally possible. But actually, because Lauren's such an adept driver and has passed this test, she basically earned this opportunity already. So like, but you would have, but you could have granted the opportunity if things were going hairy. But yeah. So what do you want to do? Do you want to help? Do you want to help this invasion efforts, or do you want to push on to your objective? Those are your two choices here.
Lieutenants, what should we do? We've got troops at 3 o'clock. We could burn them out.
Push on to our objective.
All right.
And, if you know the lieutenant's backstory, you know he's just trying to stay alive. He doesn't care about any of this shit. He didn't say that. That'd be a court-martial.
All right. Affirmative.
I didn't hear nothing, sir.
The engines of your APC kick into high gear as you begin to drive over the rubbles and stuff from the breach in the walls. You're lucky. As you're proceeding to drive up, that particle cannon heavy tank blasts a decent path for you to get through. Over the comms, they say, you know, the way there's your new door.
Nice.
Get off the beach. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So, you know, there's still like, we see the shots of like the tracers and stuff going around, and, you know, like there's a bunch of infantry and stuff around, and the rubble is, you know, all these shots are going by as your APC drives over the rubble through the walls. Okay. All right. So here's the question. As you're driving over the rubble and the walls, there will definitely be defenders ready for the breach. So I guess I needed an initiative test to get us through these defenders.
Okay.
Initiative is always dexterity, right?
Yeah, but I think it would just be Ramirez because you're kind of in a vehicle, right? So
for the group. Okay.
Yeah, we're in the like the vehicle mini game. So like. All right. So the question is, you're going before the defenders. All right. Do you want to flame them out, or try to drive and just kind of take their fire and make distance from them between you? You can't see what they're armed with, of course. All you can see is that there's enemies nearby, right? Like the sensors are showing, like the proximity alarms are showing, like, you know, maybe 4 folks close by, close range.
Proximity alert, 4 targets. Engage or push through. What do we do?
Continue on, Private.
That's right. Throttle up and we'll just go.
All right. Well, good. So you put the pedal to the metal. You can see that they try to throw a satchel charge onto your APC from there close by, but you've driven past before it could get a good latch. So the next thing, you just get hit with some small arms fire, but the APC is heavily armored, right? So you're just getting hit with like you're just here like the ratchet is if it's hitting the outside. You have busted through the beaches. Now you've broken through the wall and their containments, and now you're actually into the breakthrough. So imagine at this point you're driving through their basically their backline defenses, right? Like this is beyond their barbed wire. This is beyond, like, you're kind of like getting into like where their HQ buildings and things would be, and like the good roads and stuff like that. So there's not a lot of defenders back here. But coming up, so this would be from the distance, as far away as it's possible. So this would be like extreme range to you. You're definitely picking up the signs of a small set, 2 ATVs closing in from further beyond, right? So, we move past the beach and the wall. We're here, and I'll use this as a sort of a warning sign, right? So, like your little warning guys, like if we're looking at the map, they're like they're coming in this way.
The little red dots on our mini map.
Yeah, right. Let's do that. Hell yeah! I got 2 ATVs coming into on the furthest bit of your range. I mean, I assume you're going to press on and ignore them, as has been kind of like your MO.
Those are the orders. So yeah, I'm just going to be evasive and keep going. Push.
Okay.
Yep, keep my crew alive. That's the plan.
Yeah. Well, here's the problem though, is this: as you get through their defenses and these breaks, where their kind of HQ stuff is and where their kind of reinforcements are trying to like quickly get to the beach as fast as they can, you're beginning to enter the swamps, and this is where there's no roads, and your ATV is not made for this. Or sorry, your APC is not made for this. Meanwhile, their jeeps and things like that, if they pursue you, which means they will be able to catch up to you. But we could kind of make a what's called a chase in this game, and so you kind of have one shot to get away from them. And I would say it's another speed test, but it's at disadvantage. And what this would represent is that there's other targets for them, and that they're just gonna basically ignore you as the number one threat. But like you kind of imagine like Edge of Tomorrow, right? like if you've seen that movie, like there's this beach invasion, right? And there's so many things going on, and like you're just like the one group that kind of is able to slip away from the rest of the mayhem, right? And just kind of get lost in the.
Did Tom Cruise just get run over?
Right? No, the day didn't get reset, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's still stuck in yesterday. That's the problem. Do we have somebody who has like a good sniper rifle or something?
Yeah, your driver.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Your driver can shoot long range with her
That's
rifle.
the problem with being good at everything.
Well, I'm only good at dexterity stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not good at anything else.
How about you, Stefano?
If we can find a place where basically they would only have one way to chase us, which would be, I mean, in a swamp, I guess it's kind of hard. Like if this was like a canyon stuff, like we could have dropped like a satchel charge behind and have it, and like trying to time it and make it blow up as they come through. I don't know if that's going to be possible in this environment.
Yeah. I'll tell you in the rich jungles here.
I got the risk comp. I don't know if I can use the risk comp to maybe help in plotting.
Your risk comp can help plot you a path to the recovery site, but yeah, there's only God can help you figure out where to. There's no real easy way to make a checkpoint here, or sorry, a choke point in the jungles here, especially when these things are basically hovercraft themselves and aren't wheeled like you are, right? Like they can easily get around. You can almost think of them like they have almost like whatever the 22nd or 23rd century version of like one of those fan boats is, something like that is kind of what they got.
Yep.
So it might be easier to engage. We could just burn them out.
Yeah.
Tough going in this swamp.
Well, if you see any like narrow paths that they'll be forced through, or if you see somewhere it'd be good to drive into and hide for a second, let's take the opportunity.
Yeah. So here's what your wristband offers. that I'm prepared to offer for you, Steph, is that you could get a better analysis on either the route and where to go through the jungles. You could get better analysis on your enemies and what are what's approaching you. I think those two would probably be beneficial.
I think I would be mostly concerned with not getting bogged down, right? Like not getting the APC stuck, because then we would be really in a tight spot. Like, not only we will get attacked, but then even if we survive, then we wouldn't necessarily know how to proceed easily. So I think if it is in the capabilities of my hardware and software, I would like to try and plot the driest and most solid path.
Yeah, you can
to the swamp.
you can help Ramirez here with a brains roll, as this represents sort of like you reading off of the smartwatch. Like, you have like the special intelligence or whatever of the that's not just pre-programmed into the APC, right? You have access to the satellite data that the APC doesn't, right? You have the latest map quests.
It's outdated.
A 1's really bad on a skill test also.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, it's not only outdated, it's that particular version where before the data got totally reversed over the y-axis. So I'm kind of reading north to south.
Actually, the snafu table, roll a d6 for me. I'll tell you what it is. I got it open already. This is on a failure, a 6. You almost got it. You try again with advantage. So it's got a reboot or something like that. Yeah, like it lost connection to the satellites as like a rumble.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Update real quick. Download, install, quick.
Yeah. Your antivirus is out of date. Would you like to?
That's better. That's better.
Is that a pass? You have advantage.
Yep.
Okay, but you
doesn't matter.
All right.
Brain is 8.
Awesome. All right, so you're able to help Ramirez pilot this APC, or help Ramirez navigate this APC as she pilots through this dense jungle. Can you roll a 2d6 for me and roll it at disadvantage? This will be the die of fate of whether or not these guys pursue.
This will be always me, or?
Yeah, let's do you.
Yeah, that's fine.
A 3. Okay. One definitely breaks off, but you still have one pursuing you, as it's one's going down to the beach. The advantage here is that as you see them, as you're through your sensors and stuff like that, as you're helping Ramirez pilot, I'll give you the analysis of the enemy here. As they're sending them off, you notice that these guys have a rocket launcher. They have a law themselves, which could actually hurt your APC.
Oh shit! They got a rocket launcher.
All right, shall we get up on the roof and start this jungle on fire? So that's what I'll do. Let's just start making this giant smoke cloud. So hopefully, they gotta get a lot closer to us.
Oh, good.
We get covered.
That law.
Amazing thinking. I love it. I don't think you. All you need to do is just roll the flamer supply ammo.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's D8, I assume.
No, it's actually a D10 on this big boy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no issue at all there.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Do you give me a and it also give me just a fuel test, as we've been kind of pushing into the metal, driving hard at this point as well.
Is that also a D8 or D10?
That's a D8 actually.
All right, it's still good, I think.
Yeah, you're still plenty good.
So the enemies look at us, they'll see the guy with the orange coming out of his helmet, just laughing manically as he shoots the flamer around.
Yeah, so you see the OSR terrorists with their almost like Mad Max kind of masks like they're kind of like skull gas mask thing set up. As they're silently barking orders for themselves on their, or maybe using their own like radio comms. And you see like the big like fire like begin to circumvent, and they're like trying to figure out what to do. And the other guy like smacks the driver on the head and is like, "No, get me in close. We're gonna kill these losers." So is your plan to wait like beyond the fire for them to get close, or are you gonna keep driving and just kind of using that as a kind of a smoke screen? You can't outrun these people. Like their car is fast, and you have disadvantage with an average speed. So,
I was going to say that we should keep moving, but what do you guys think?
I don't know. I think if we turn and engage before they blow us up, we are bigger. We could just run them over.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good, actually. Yeah.
If we're heading straight for them, they're not going to shoot at us because the wreckage will hit them. I think we just give them a little bit of a chase. It'll get them out of the way.
That sounds fun.
All right. I think this is just a driving test.
Okay.
Because they're not going to expect this.
Sure. So just standard.
Yeah.
Oh
no!
Nope. The worst is I try to flip this vehicle around.
Ooh.
It doesn't go
Another
right.
D6 snafu table. Roll a D6 for me. A 6. Oh, thank God.
There
You almost
you
got
go.
it. You try again with
Lucky.
advantage. We're so unlucky, and then we're getting whiplashed by luck today. All right, one more time. Like it's like the wheels kind of get stuck. Yeah, in the mud as you're whipping around and pedal to the metal. A 5.
Just
barely.
It's tough going, but...
All right. Yeah. So you almost aren't able to swing the APC around in time, but I think we see the in the movie of this game, the Mad Max people like, give me close, drive me through the fire, I want to hit them kind of thing, right? And as soon as they go through the fire, it's like as they're about to go through the fire, the APC goes through the fire, and like there's like that look of like shock as you just like crunch and like destroy them. That's so awesome.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh man, that is so cool.
All right, nice driving, Ramirez, and put you in for a commendation for that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that,
Right.
sir. Anyway,
Yeah.
if I can get this thing turned around, we're gonna need one hell of a new paint job.
The video game auto saves at this step as you were out of combat for a second.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure every time we paint this car that we give extra coat of paint right where that crack used to be, so it's there forever.
Yeah. So, I could have done a little bit of fire on it too. All right. So here's what happens. We're following the readout reports to the recovery site of this researcher. And not on your notes on this pathway through the jungles, you encounter something odd out here in the jungle. It's covered in plant life and all this matter here, but it's almost like in a pool of like kind of like this black liquid, but it's kind of that's just kind of common here. Sometimes to see black pools of liquid. It's towering almost like a spire. And it's all kind of like purpley blue. From those who were on Xenopus Station, you would immediately recognize that this is wreckage of an orc craft. A big one. Very old.
No, it's not a tar monster.
No. And strangely enough, is it Cat 5 with the wristwatch?
Yes.
All right. Cat 5, your wristwatch begins to your wrist computer begins to act a little funny around it. Like your readings or your nav data is getting kind of shaky, like it's interfering with like the satellite stuff. You're gonna need to, if you want to get some insight here, You'll have to try to fiddle with it with another brains check.
All right, let's do it. I'm getting interference.
Yes, this ancient bit of workship is doing something to your.
Got it.
Nice. All right. So for a few moments, you get the wristwatch to begin to not just get rid of the interference, but it's almost like you found it gave you like an updated path. So maybe it was the satellite, maybe it was this spire, but you found an alternate route through the swamp that takes you to the same recovery site. So at this point, like there's no like major difference to you per se, but you could either follow this one path. It's basically just a simple left or right choice at this point if you want to take a left or right towards the recovery site.
But this path, I get the impression that the data came from the signal that originates from the spire, or let's say that the data is originating from the spire, but it's like someone else is using that as like a radio antenna. Oh, okay. So it's like human format that comes from
exactly, which is why it worked with your wristband. And,
but it was transmitting over a different like medium.
Exactly. And by doing that, you saw that this is like the path that the people at the recovery site would use, rather than the path that the military planned for you.
Right. So I tell all of this to my comrades here, companions. Like, it's very weird. Like they are using our protocols, but it's coming from the spire, and it's like an alternate route. I'm not sure what to make of it.
Maybe we should go investigate it. This way we can see what's up. Get some useful intel and still achieve the objective.
Yeah, let's do that. We don't know exactly where this guy is anyhow. He could be there.
All right, so it's a hard left here.
Yeah.
You got it.
Follow the convenient blue arrows.
Right, on the waypoint. On the
heads
HUD, dude. Yeah.
Heads up display.
No, 100%, right? Yeah, so I think we get a glimpse as you go this way. There's a little bit more of the clearance through the canopies and the trees to where you're going. And deep in the jungles, almost like a cracked top hat, like hemisphere of an egg, is a massive orc wreckage. It is a orc ship in the way that it wouldn't be the size of the Borderlands, right? It would be like half the size of the Borderlands kind of ship. So like, multiple, you would need multiple for an invasion force, but this would be like one that landed here a long, long time ago. And you can see through the wreckage that is what the recovery site is that it's wherever this ship crashed. But drawing your attention more immediately is through this path through the swamp. There's about 6 humans kind of wading through the water at you, kind of oblivious, shambling. They're not wearing their filtration masks. Their faces are purple and their eyes are sprouting bits of fungus.
That's not good.
So that's what happens when you don't wear your mask. Would you like to run these guys over, use the flamer, or ignore them? Or something else? There's 6. They appear to be like mercenaries or like private military. Or at one point.
They're not on our side. We should frag them.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Is there any way to tell if they are part of the same operation, like
no
invasion effort, or they were here maybe previously?
The OSR are an eclectic bunch, for sure. right? So you never know for sure. It's not like they have a uniform, but no, these lads are dead for many months and like. Oh, hey, what's up, Henry?
Not much, man. I just joined the server, and you said there's a game session today. I don't know when they're gonna take place.
Yeah, you popped in on it actually. We've been playing for about 2 hours now. We were, or sorry, 1 hour now. It's okay.
Where's
the events, the events part of the Discord. If you want, you can hang out and listen, but we're kind of like already in it to kind of. You know what? No, who am I kidding? Like, let's get you in, okay?
Thank you. Okay, perfect. So where can I check in the future, like the schedule of the session?
For sure. In the ops channel, I will
Ops?
post. Yeah, so I do it through Discord events. Like,
oh, I see that. Okay.
yeah, I'll at you for it and stuff. But
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Are you guys using Foundry or?
In the ops channel, there's a pin channel with the Roll20 link. So.
Roll20.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I'll get on it right now. Give me a second. Sorry about that, dude.
No, you're grand.
All the
in the pinned
character stuff.
Yeah, well,
it's in the Google Docs.
Yeah, we use a Google Doc for the character sheets instead of the Roll20 for that stuff. But if you want, we can just somebody want to donate a character to Henry just to play rather than.
Do that.
Yes, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
No, for sure. Welcome. I'm jazzed that you could make it. You know, you're a complete stranger and you're like, dude, I want to play with this stranger's weird sci-fi game. That's like killer. So, welcome.
Oh, I know. It'll be a great time for me to learn too. I want to run my own Warhammer 40k RPGs.
Oh, nice. Yeah, for sure. So this is kind of like Only War.
Oh, that's sick.
So
get on my computer.
Okay. Yeah. So we to catch you up, we're in a certain operation. It's called Operation Moathouse. We're in the Hamlet sector. There's been a rebellion by the Outer Systems Revolution. The OSR forces, they have taken over they stormed the capital of Hamlet Prime, and they've taken things over. And us as the 5e have stepped in to try to help the government forces to bring them back into Terra. So as part of the Beachhead Invasion Force efforts, we got a special detachment mission where we're sent out into the jungles instead of following everybody on the beach to the main assault to the capital, because we're covering a very valuable human asset that does a bunch of intelligence work, a quote-unquote researcher on some alien technology. And we just are uncovering a secret path to this recovery site that the people there were using, and we just found some fungal zombies in the woods, and they were deciding whether or not these fungal zombies were new or relatively old as soon as you came in. Is that it?
Oh, thank you so much, man. I don't think I catch all of that, but I'll
yeah, it's fine. I mean, look, it's no bother.
Okay, thank you, man. I was just gonna. I already opened the Roll20, and I was just gonna open the Google Sheet as well.
Killer.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect.
What character are we giving Henry?
It'd be Flint Wickman, the flamethrower expert.
Nice. Do you want to be a?
Oh fuck yeah! Let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Flamethrower.
There's a tab for Flint Wickman on the bottom if you scroll way over.
Yeah.
Is that Roll20 or the
Google Sheet?
The Google Sheet.
Yeah. So isn't the one that do 2d6 damage range close?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flamer 2d6 range clips. Blast and terror. Terror.
Yeah.
So
Force morale saves. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, you say lower is better for the AC, right? So you're doing the reverse AC. Like AC 0 is like 20.
No, no, the way that actually works is to hit, you roll your dexterity test, your dexterity value or higher is a hit. And when enemies hit you, they're trying to roll under your dexterity.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
And armor is damage resistance. It's kind of like a black hack variant.
Okay, got it. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
It's not the most technically complex system in the world for sure. It's more about the vibes of being the Space Marines. We ran over an ATV. Can somebody tell the story? Because it was awesome.
Oh, well, we were being chased through the swamp by this kind of hover ATV, and my character Ramirez is trying to make the driving roll, which is dexterity, and I roll a 1. And when you roll a 1 on the test, that's not good. So we have to go to the snafu, and there could be some bad stuff. Tension could explode, all sorts of stuff. But I roll a 6, which means I can try again with advantage. I roll again and with advantage, so I get to roll twice. And I roll just over my dexterity and another 1, but we take the better roll. And we come, so the ATV is coming, we lay down some fire as we're trying to, maneuver around. The
See.
ATV comes skittering up into the fire. We whip around, it can't see us. We turn around, we go through the fire, and we just smash right through it in the middle of this burning jungle and just take it to pieces.
They Mad Max the ATV. It was awesome.
Yes.
That's dope, man. So I guess you only have four stats, right? Brains, brown, dexterity, and the willpower.
Correct.
Yep.
So the brain is something to do with intelligence. Brown
Yep.
is for strengths, kind of thing.
Yeah, bronze strength.
So like when you do melee, you're roll brown.
Yeah.
Dope. All right. Cool. Gotcha.
Killer. All right. So, where were we? Fungal zombies, right?
Mm-hmm.
The private military, the PMC fungal zombies. Do you want to take them out? They've noticed your APC and are beginning to kind of cluelessly herd themselves towards you.
I mean, flamer turret seems like it's made for this.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
All right.
Mushrooms do catch on fire, right?
Oh yeah.
Unless they're, like,
it's a wet
soggy
swamp
wet.
though. Yep. So, but don't worry, it's not like they won't do damage to them. The thing is that as zombies, they don't have morale, so you're just gonna have to burn through them. I think you can do it. It'll just take a little bit of time, which is not a big deal, and just roll the ammo die for the flamer for you to incinerate these dudes, because these. It's not like these zombies have any armor, or any weapons to attack your APC, right? So they're just gonna like touch your APC and try to like smack it as you all just incinerate them off the front. Okay, just a casual 10 for the ammo die. Yeah, no issues at all. You barely have to spend any of it. Yeah, they burn to a crisp. So you got some barbecued zombie in the water out here as you head towards the recovery site. All right, the recovery site again is like a hemisphere of like a broken egg, right? Of these purpley green, very like Halo Covenant style, sleek design of panels and the like. It has been quickly overgrown and overtaken by the jungles out here for this long. So it's all in ruins and ramshackle condition. No doubt you can expect things from the swamp to be inside this place. But the first things that you'll see as you go through the swamp, past these zombies, and you make your way towards this base here, is you see that there's several parked vehicles outside one of the initial buildings on this edge of this compound. You can also see that there's several tents kind of set up nearby as well, but nobody outside at this moment as you all are getting close. So it looks like this is definitely the way towards the base. The tension.
Kat, why don't you run those plates and see if we got ourselves any criminals here and use some parking tickets.
These vehicles belong to the OSR for sure.
Okay. You said something about tension?
Yeah. The frostiness should go to 1.
Oh, okay.
As we enter.
Did it reset between sessions?
Correct. Yeah. So Henry, this game has a mechanic.
Go ahead.
This game has a mechanic called frostiness,
Okay.
or tension, And what happened is at several points through the game, I'll be rolling stuff randomly, or like you might like fail a roll or something like that, and it has sort of like a stress mechanic. It's called tension. And so what happens is the tension is going from 0 to 1 now. But the cool thing is that as the tension goes up, you also get benefits from it, and like you might be better at stuff.
So what's the tension? Is more enemies or?
The tension is the tension is that you it's just the stress of this mission of landing on the beach and the time of getting here. It's just the mental wear.
I see. And Moss is a like class.
Yeah, your Lauren. I'm looking at what is it called?
Military operational specialty.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I see. So, if you don't mind me asking, what's armor and infantry? I think those two are looking into that.
Sure.
So armor, it means like you're like a driver of a vehicle or something.
Correct.
That's what armor means. Oh, and infantry is just like everyday soldiers on
Better
the front
at-
line.
Yeah, but you do better at damage.
Okay, so what bonus they got for which one you play?
Is your flamer an infantryman, Lauren?
That's what I said it
Yeah.
as.
Nice.
But that's because when you choose to be infantry, you do a roll d6, and then it tells you what additional equipment might be
Right.
for weapons.
Right. You got
And
the
I
flamer.
got flamer.
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So your character is an infantryman with a flamer, which means you can reroll ones on damage rolls.
Okay, say again. What damage roll? +1 on damage rolls?
So you can any die that's a 1. So like your flamer will do 2d6 at close, but it has an AoE and stuff like that.
Okay.
It can if any of those d6s is a 1, you can reroll that d6 and keep the next result. Yeah. So you can,
I'll just play infantry, and if you don't have me, like, are you gonna give a character, or I can roll for the 4 stats?
Oh yeah,
Just
you
put
will.
in-
Yeah, you'll roll up a character is after. It's just that I figured for you to hop into the game right now, we'll just couple of our PCs had extra characters, So
yeah,
like
it makes sense. Yeah, I'll play the guy with flamer 100%. No
Yeah.
problem. I'm gonna roll the stats really quick, but I just play that character though, so it's all good.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
Alright, cool.
yeah, definitely. And I'll even
Okay,
I'll even let their XP transfer to your character because you get to be here for the session. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, no
and,
problem.
And when I look at the roll 20, you have a little token say the party. That's where you're at now, right?
Correct. This is like the abstract tactical map that we're seeing from the Borderland ship. We're making it just now to the recovery site.
Okay.
I'm probably going to draw over here, sort of like the closer map, right?
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll just follow along.
Yeah.
For now, I guess. And what rank should I put in? And level will be level 1, right?
Correct. Your rank, I think, is a private. What rank did you roll?
I've rolled a 2.
Nice.
That's private.
Yeah. Which
So I read down 2 private.
no, 1.
You're just-
Well, 1 private.
Yeah, it's a d6 to determine what rank you are for your starting character there.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. And the rank will go up though, right?
Yeah, but it's not automatic. There'll be role playing and stuff out of missions for promotions.
Dope. Thank you. Got
Mhm.
it.
But your level is independent to your rank, so like you can gain more HP and stuff like that after.
Okay.
Cool.
Got it.
So, yeah. So there's this large extraneous building to the outside of this complex. Right. This giant egg-shaped looking complex. This where the bunch of cars parked out in front of it. Nobody's on guard duty. By cars, I mean these ATV hovercraft. What's y'all's move? The egg complex, by the way, seems to be broken down, or like some parts of the walls and things like that have sort of come down over time. So next to this building is sort of like a rubble path that can get into the larger, like the inner egg, right? Or you can go through this HQ building. But ostensibly there would be other access points into this, around this egg, where parts have fallen in.
Yeah, you mentioned there were some. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to say, quick scan of the vehicles. Does it look like there's recently people got in? So can we surmise from looking at the vehicles that maybe we could find some resistance in, or does it look this might be the vehicles that brought our asset in? Do they look like military in nature? Is there any way to ascertain if they, like, is there like a bunch of, I don't know, foot tracks coming out of the vehicles and going inside? Like
yeah,
if there's very obvious.
Yeah, sorry.
From that.
Yeah. So rewinding. Yeah, I think I'll put a finer point on it. Yeah, I described not just the vehicles out front, but there were like some tents and activity as well. So yeah, this place looks like it's currently occupied and present. Whether or not your VIP is inside this building per se, the THACO printout did not indicate. You're going to have to either interrogate somebody, or just kind of go through and figure it out yourself. Does
our little, let's say, secret path, does it go through the main entrance, or does it maybe an earlier, or does it seem to indicate that there may be another entrance?
No, this is
else?
there are other entrances around this egg. I will give that to you for a fact. One of those entrances is the way the military pre-programmed your route to go down. Right? They knew that there's a frontal way this way. You're taking a special route access to the off to the side of it, technically to the east of the complex, and through the swamps, through the zombies, and that's where we're picking up. Right? So you're on the let's say, like, if you divided the egg into quadrants, you're in like the northeast quadrant of the egg. The map in general, Henry, like it's like an abstract kind of like point map thing. So like I'll just kind of describe. You don't have to map exactly room to room, but it's kind of like just kind of point to point.
So I'm sorry to recap, because I'm not sure I got everything. But so in our original orders, we were given a route to follow. We've not followed that though. We followed the strange signal, right?
The strange signal is also pointing to the same place, but yes, you followed the route of the strange signal, which is the route through the swamp towards this camp. Right?
But came to the same entrance. That is not the main entrance, but it's where the camp is.
Right. So I'm going to label it like this way. So, this would be, the mill suggested answer would be somewhere over here, right? Or really, I should have a different page for.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to go through an entire OSR camp if there's an alternate route, that thing, path.
Well, this complex is massive, right? It's the shell of a massive ship that probably held 3,000 souls, if not more, maybe 10,000. It's a huge complex, right?
I could drive around, circle, find another way in. One of the breaks. I think that's just what I start doing. I don't want to drive head on through their HQ.
For sure. Do you want to go kind of like east and like go around via the north, or do you want to double back through the swamps to the south and kind of go through the mill suggested route? So basically, do you want to go Widdershins around, or do you want to go clockwise around?
Widdershins.
Okay. You're in a control position because you guys have been rolling so well. So you don't have to make a stealth check or whatever to kind of go around the OSR camp here. It's not like you're just in a position that they haven't noticed you. So you're gonna back out and kind of take a more circuitous route around through the swamps, which is awesome. Let me just see what's going on. Okay. Cool.
I got a call from work. I gotta take a look at this. I'll be back in a bit.
All right, no bother. All right, as you head through the swamps, you are noticing several life forms showing up. They are being identified by the APC's systems as non-hostile, but they are these large frogs with tiger stripes and small little bits of horn on their head. Rather than like a rhinoceros, it's like, maybe like 6 or 7 small little nubby spikes on top of them. They look angry for you driving through their nest, but your APC and stuff like that isn't really registering them. So yeah, to put a fine point on it, there's 5 of them. What do you do?
Sarge, should we just like maybe use the flamer on the APC, just kind of chase them? I don't know. Don't hurt them. But
Eric, give me an idea of potential consequences, like compared to the APC. How large one of these is?
These large frogs are maybe a third the size of an ATV.
Okay,
they could barely
swallow.
Yeah, they couldn't swallow a human for sure, but they're still large frogs.
Well, if they're a third the size of the APC, maybe almost. If I'm picturing the APC correctly. But yeah, like just driving through 5 of them doesn't seem feasible. Like it would be difficult, I think.
You know what I say? I say we roast them.
Yeah, let's see fire, like, animals and fire, right?
Yeah.
They might be scared.
For sure. The flamer on the APC does produce terror, just like the normal flamer. So like it would force morale checks as well as damage. So that would definitely drive them away.
Ramirez, let's see how they fare when faced with fire.
that sounds like a good plan. All right. I'm going to pull alongside. Get ready.
Dexterity against the frogs to hit them with the flamer.
Okay. What do we need to roll? Dexterity?
Dexterity first for initiative, and then...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See if you go first, which your initiative is so good. Yep.
Yep.
You act before them. To hit them, you can roll another dexterity test.
Okay. Does someone else want to work the flamer, or?
I mean, we have a flamer specialist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me give it a try then.
Yeah. Roll d20.
All right.
Burn.
First roll. Is that greater than or equal to your dexterity?
Ooh. Greater.
That's
A
good.
dexterity is 7.
Oh, good. Your dexterity 7. That's a hit.
Okay. Dope.
All right. Roll the flamer damage of this craft, which is better than your normal flamer. This is 2d8 because this is like a heavy flamer on the top of the APC.
Man, I hope my big Bertha does not get jealous that I touch other flamers.
Okay. Yep. That will certainly kill the first one. Do me a favor and roll a d3 because the flamer has a blast effect when this determines an extra number of targets.
Okay.
All right. One more frog is going to get singed. Roll 2d8 one more time for that one.
Okay.
So you've incinerated 2 of the 3 frogs. Oh yeah. As long as you're doing at least 10 damage, you're going to kill these things. It's not like they have armor. They're frogs. It's cool. The only last thing for me to do then is 3 morale checks. Oh, good lord. Okay, well, one hops off, but two of them are diehard. They watch the other ones. I guess maybe like the males get incinerated, and the two females of the nest are going to jump up on top of the APC, and they're going to start trying to stomp on it. And they might try to damage the turret because they're up there. So it's my turn to go. So I'm going to try to attack. This is probably not going to be effective because they're frogs and they can't really.
Mm-hmm.
They're not smart. It would be like an incidental. It's not like they're targeting the flamer because they're frogs, right? It's just that they're jumping on top, and so like the odds of them doing this would be very hard. So I'm gonna do a 2d20 roll to basically disadvantage to if they do actually end up incidentally hitting the flamer. So the first one, absolutely not, because I have to roll under a dexterity of like 5, so that's not happening. What do you know? Not happening. So you just have two frogs kind of dancing on top of the APC. Unable. They're trying to fight it, and you hear the tongue lashes of it, but it's meekly bouncing off of the armor plating. Feels good to be strong in an APC. It's going to be a very different tone when you're going through the corridors getting shot at. Enjoy the power fantasy while we can.
Ramirez, do you think you can shake them off?
Yeah, I can try and is there a branch, a fallen tree, something I can go and scrape them off and just drive
For
under?
sure. You're in a thick jungle environment, so it seems pretty reasonable that you can try to
do a drift.
By the way, guys,
yeah,
I should have said this earlier, but apologies for my very bad American impression. I'm trying to get into character, but it's not super
it's
easy.
fine. It's fine.
It's lovely.
Fine.
Yeah.
Maybe this is what American is like in the future.
All right, so should I do a driving test for my agility?
Yeah. That probably would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll shake them off, no problem. Is your goal to hit them though, right?
I think the goal is just to get them off so they don't damage anything.
Yeah. I think you successfully drive and are able to shake them off through the swamps. All right.
Please tell me that for a while they stay attached by their
tongues,
sticky tongues.
Yeah, exactly, right. Until they get hit by a trunk of a large, alien mangrove tree. All right. So to paint a picture of sort of this large complex, I'm going to kind of paint it around here. Like it's roughly, again, elliptical shaped. It's egg shaped. You can see that there's many buildings and stuff up here on this side. But the most of the tops and things have collapsed and they're covered with trees. But yeah, there is an entrance on this side that you found next to all the rubble and all those buildings that are fallen over.
What is our mission again?
On the military, let me finish describing and I'll get back to you.
Right? Oh, sorry.
No problem. All right, so there's this rubble that this kind of collapsed wall part that you can enter on this far side. There's more this sort of wall and external structure of this egg craft. But then on the military suggested route, you can see that there's sort of a guard station or a guard post and an obvious path leading out from there. Almost as though they could be expecting you from this head-on. So, roughly speaking, this is the egg shape, and you found this additional space. Mm-hmm. This is not to scale, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all right. So you were saying the mission, right? Your mission is very simple. It is to recover Johnny DeVess. He is a researcher of alien stuff and alien technology, but he's gone missing during the assault. He did not meet his rendezvous point, and the last beacon location was coming from this area. They described it as the compound. They did not know that it was an ancient orc ship, which is the One Religious Covenant ship. And the orcs and whatever is going on over this alien thing is sort of what's going on. And you have to kind of find out and try to find this person.
Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to go through this new entrance that you found? Do you want to keep looping through the swamps, and kind of do a full circle around the area, get a full survey, or do you think you're good now?
So this
Seems like
one
a
you
good-
said has an obvious guard post.
Yeah, the military suggested one was basically going to lead you right into a head-on ambush or head-on assault. You found the hidden path that leads to basically the OSR camp that's sort of on the edge of this base. But then you looped around to the north, ran into some frogs that were they're in their mating swamps, and you arrived at the unguarded, unannounced entrance to the facility through the rubble.
Oh, okay. So this seems better. This seems
Mhm.
more like a stealthy approach. I'd say let's get the APC behind some obstacle, maybe like behind the thick vegetation, or if there's some struts, some part of the structure that can just naturally conceal the APC.
Sure. Do you want it in the egg or outside the egg for concealing purposes? I assume outside.
Yeah, like if there's something like very close to the entrance, yeah.
Yeah, you can park it into the rubble.
Outside.
Or
yeah,
the
yeah.
outside. Okay, we'll put it on the outside of the wall. Mhm. The jungle basically is pushing into the compound on this side. It's like completely. This is by far the most dilapidated side of this entire ruined spaceship. It's the most reclaimed by nature.
Am I
So.
still receiving the signal?
Yeah, this whole base is giving off signals. Although here it's more like minor stuff. Like it's either encoded or you're getting an image. If anything, you're getting like an ASCII art image.
Through the same channel that I was following earlier.
Yeah, it's both text and an image. And it's like the text is spelling the image and it's like repeating itself over, and it's a giant. The image, the ASCII art image, is a yellow. It says, or well, the text would say "yellow eye of fire," but it's an eyeball that's encased in flame, or is made to look like it's encased in flame.
An eye of fire.
Yeah.
Assuming we are receiving this
Yeah.
from our asset,
We are the damned.
maybe that's what we should look for.
Yeah.
And if I remember well my classical studies, maybe it will be at the top of the spire.
Yeah, you have no idea what this yellow eye of fire is, or the damned and stuff like that. It sounds like a bunch of orc nonsense. Anything like weirdly religious like that would be orc, you know?
Oh, I was thinking maybe our asset was a big nerd and suggesting the Eye of Sauron or something.
Right. No, you're getting. Oh, right. No, unfortunately, this is the contacts. The way your asset would contact you is not through here. So like the impression should be that maybe your contact had a research place here, but is no longer in control. You know, he's probably was taking capture or is missing here once that OSR camp kind of got set up here, right? At least that would be your initial impression I'm trying to convey.
Yeah, are there
Hey, so-
like chanting or screams of the damned coming through as well?
Right, it just sounds like black metal.
Oh,
No.
awesome.
No. There's again, there's like a cipher's code or something maybe going along with the messages. And the only thing you could decrypt at this point is that image, right?
Okay, cool.
That yellow eye of fire and the message is saying the damned.
But doesn't need like a brain check, or this is the clue that we're getting.
You could do a brain check to get more information for sure. I'm just telling you with your wristwatch and your prior gains into the system, and you attuning to this thing. This is what
I
you're
have
getting
no
ready.
idea what this all means.
No.
Looks like some kind of religious shit, kind of stuff orcs do.
Burn the heretics.
You can move in and scout if you want.
We'll let High Command decide what we should do. All we gotta worry about is our mission. Gotta locate this guy and get him out.
Can you give me a ammo check on the flamer and another fuel test on the APC as well?
Okay. So that was a D10 for each.
D10 ammo, D8 fuel.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Fuel drops to a D8 die.
Yep. And fuel check.
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. You've been burninating a lot of stuff.
Yes. That
Okay.
we have.
The rubble on the western side of the crashed spaceship ruin gives rise to a courtyard. This courtyard is currently empty, sans some small little tiny furry crabs that are kind of scurrying about into the various alcoves. You notice that the crabs are avoiding whatever's going on at that front entrance. The largest sound that you're hearing is coming from the front entrance. There's some kind of like large buzzing sound. You can see that there's some sort of building or something over on the corner as well that could be checked out. That's kind of like near this guard post. But I would draw your attention to that there is a large building, or actually there's like a set of staircases going up the courtyard in this corner, on the far western corner in the western quadrant, into a large building that's kind of a right next to that OSR camp building. Maybe it's connected, or like it's hard to tell from where you're at on this side. And there'd be like a set of maybe there were doors at that place at one point. It looks like they were forged or like sawed out with metal. What do you call it when you mold metal? I literally cannot remember it. Or not forge. The opposite. They burned it away, right? They burned it away with a torch, right? And instead, there's also the set of that like medical like paper, that like and like containment stuff with like those little droopy things, like almost like the car wash, droppy things or whatever.
Yep.
So your guess is that inside that room or whatever has been set up for ventilation purposes and stuff, so you don't have to wear a mask. Speaking of, the more time you spend outside the APC, because the APC has its own cyclers for air, as you switch to your air, and your masks, as this place has a toxic environment, I'll be calling for a roll on this stuff. That's a D8, by the way, for your filtration systems. But you're okay right now. But yeah, so you're crossing the rubble into the courtyard that's kind of empty here. Yeah, so you notice that from the courtyard, again, there's the entrance with the guards on duty, or I guess ostensibly to the front with the buzzing sound. There's another building to the south next to them, and then there's this large complex over to the west. In fact, it kind of like loops around both ways here with a lot of rubble everywhere. So ostensibly there'd be rooms or access points into these wings of the complex.
Now, if I was a researcher, where would I be kept? Sorry, that was just an in-character musing.
That's what I want to know. Do you think they would be in the large building? I mean, would they interrogate, take prisoner? I don't know.
I mean, it would be weird to keep a prisoner very close to the gates, right?
Mm-hmm.
It would make for an easy run. So maybe the big buildings at north.
Yeah,
Lieu-
there,
Lieu-
that
Lieu-
building.
Lieutenant.
Yes, that makes sense.
So, there's no obvious entrance into those buildings up north. However, if you wanted to try to scale the rubble and kind of creep along the top parts of like, the where some of the walls and stuff have kind of folded on through the roof and kind of like try to make yourself a roofway access through the rubble, I would allow that.
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
I kind of meant like the
Oh, just up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Can we move across without being noticed? Like, can we try and sneak and then breach through
Oh,
those
definitely.
doors?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's definitely 2 guards on duty up here, and you can hear them complaining or trying. Like you can't hear them because the thing that you can only hear is this buzzing sound. It sounds like a really bad halogen lamp, and it's kind of also like kind of flickering. And so maybe occasionally when it turns off long enough, you hear "damn it" and stuff. You see they're kind of like fiddling with some kind of console thing that's kind of half set up there. Yeah, there's definitely something glowing or something below them. They're trying to like keep glowing, is to the best of your knowledge. So they haven't noticed you immediately. If you want to sneak past them, we could do that. That would be a dexterity test at advantage to cross.
We each make one.
I think it would probably be the best person at disadvantage is probably the best way to do that.
Okay. Well, I think what Ramirez would suggest is like she's got the scope on the rifle, so I think she'll like cover everyone and tell them when to go and when not to go, and she's kind of zoomed in watching them. So when they're distracted, she'll kind of coordinate it.
Right. But we do that
So-
like, hell yeah, we're doing that like high speed, low drag, creep through the courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. All right, give me.
And so then an agility, an agility test at disadvantage.
Yeah,
Okay. Here we go.
that presents.
Oh, double sevens.
Nice.
No fear.
That's a
Oh
no
yeah.
fear.
The tense Splinter Cell soundtrack pops off as you all creep across the courtyard. The guards none the wiser as you make your ways into the large ruined structure. You're holding out the that's that's kind of like paper again, like that like medical stuff, that sealant thing. Yeah, you can not hermetic seals. I don't know what I'm talking about. Whatever, you can hear the kind of like fans and vents as you get inside here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel how humid it is inside.
Yeah, but it's a dry heat.
Yeah. There's destroyed furniture that of both orc nature as well as human. There's a bunch of like tactical crates and sort of lamp systems set up here. But you can see that someone has been like moving around just useless junk into kind of like large piles to create sort of a pathway through this building. From here, there's 3 exits, but is otherwise currently unoccupied in this room. Okay, cool. Consumables. Can everybody roll their air filtrations?
D8.
Yeah. This is the
Nice.
tension. Okay, nice. Yeah, so this large, for lack of a better term, hall, is currently emptied. You can tell that this room used to be maybe on the ship, like a large maybe like for religious purposes, like it's a large like area for mass or something like that. Like it's a hall for greeting people and stuff like that. But all this, any sort of statues, iconography and stuff has long been kind of destroyed or destroyed, ruined over.
Mm-hmm.
The floor is covered with like leaves and dirt and stuff. There's exposed, aluminum, titanium, composite beams and stuff above. Right, this whole place is barely kept up. So there's three exits from this room. One exit heads down south. You can see that it's labeled in orc, so you don't know what that means. But it looks to be the least used of the other two exits, as I would describe. So as you're entering the southernmost exit, so that's basically this wing. I'll label them for you, okay? So this would be like wing 1, wing 2, and wing 3. So these are your exits, right? So 1 seems to be the least used. 3 is the most used. So basically the OSR camp maybe there is a connection between the OSR camp and this main hall area. And 2 seems to be barred shut. In fact, there's caution tape around it that says don't open under any circumstance.
Ah,
I wonder what happens if we open it.
This place used to have power or whatever. They would have like the alien gates and like the metallic doors to open. These were just you have to manually slide open.
Mm.
You definitely hear radio chatter and stuff happening from the room over here, and people seem to be preoccupied with kind of like command logistic things going on right now over here at the camp. Like they're dealing with the invasion stuff, right? So they're super preoccupied to whatever you're doing.
Lieutenant, I recommend South. I don't want to mess around with anything that says caution, do not enter.
Yeah, let's check out the southern area.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to need a brawn check to open these doors because they haven't been open in a long time.
I'll have a Private Chevy do that.
All right. I wish Chevy was the one driving because you take the Chevy to the levee.
Private Chevy has no problem with these doors.
Not at all. Hell yeah, dude. There's no like fuck yeah table for rolling a 20 on a skill roll, but I wish there was because I would congratulate you. Yeah.
Also,
he has a brawn of 3, so it's the biggest possible success.
Killer. Well, yeah. I mean, the best possible success in my eyes is that I don't need to even roll to see if there's an encounter or you do it relatively stealthily. So believe it or not, just getting this door open.
Yeah, sure.
Right. Yeah. So you see that this room is in this wing, is like covered in vines and stuff that's been exposed from the wilds. The filtration system and stuff like that obviously has not gone into this room. So there's also like bits of fungus and stuff all over the doors. However, you'll also see littered across the floor are some very, very fresh sets of orc armor. As well as a couple open crates already containing some shotguns. Orc shotguns. Off of this room, there are 3 other I won't mark them on the map here, but basically there's 3 other rooms to explore in here that are all kind of like sealed rooms. By your estimates, you found a small unused bit of armory from the ship from hundreds of years ago.
All right. Are there any like orc chappas, like a sword or something? For my high brawn character.
Give me there's gotta be. Not in the hallway though, is what I would say. Is that you would know that the rest of the armor would be in the other doors.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm keeping an eye out for. I'm going to keep searching.
Yeah. So they have a. I mean, like, I think. I mean, I want it into the game. Like, I want an energy sword, right?
Heck
Like, think of like
that'd be
the
awesome.
elite energy sword, man. So I was thinking the stats for the energy sword would be a D10. It'd be hand to hand, but it would have like an ammo die of like a D8 because it's like a charged weapon.
Sure. And then it might explode if I punch someone
But,
else with an energy sword.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
But as you all are as you're exploring here, I will say, as you're going through looking at the crates and things like that, there is this like whoosh sound. Let's keep the camera on you, right? So like you open one of these doors, right, Chevy? You open one of these side armory doors, and you look at the rows and rows of all these like different weapons that most of them are broken, right? But you're able to find one of these working energy charge weapons, right? Literally like energy swords. And as you light it up, right, it gives you a glow and it works, right? But
Nice.
with the glow in this room, we're about to see whether or not other people notice this. But to us, viewing this, like in the TV show, we see this black, like slithery line go across the floor in here.
Ooh.
So, I need you. I need you to make a brains test for me.
All right, I'll Chevy roll.
Yeah.
That is a success.
Nice. So you spot its black and green camouflage pattern as one of the largest snakes you've ever seen. Curls around in this room, ready to strike. You probably holler at the rest of the group to get ready, and we're gonna go to initiative.
All right. Yeah,
So
we got a real big one in here.
So this is something that hasn't really come up yet because our hit die has never really been different. But this is not the case anymore. This is called a powerful opponents rule in the book, and that PCs and hostiles subtract 1 from your attack rolls for every hit die the hostile has over the PC's level. This snake has 4 hit die.
Nice.
It's a big boy. So, in other words, for everyone who hasn't leveled up, you're going to be rolling. You're going to be subtracting 3 from your attack rolls.
Okay.
Yeah. I should have been doing that for the vehicle's hit dice. Sorry. Okay.
Should I roll 2?
Oh yeah. I imagine Private Chevy hollers out that like we got a big one in here, right? So yeah, we're all gonna go do the initiative.
Wait, is it gonna hurt my teammates too? If it's a flamer, gonna burn everybody?
No, it won't. There's not friendly fire.
Okay, dope.
We're all wearing asbestos underwear here.
Yeah.
That
16.
and there's a lot of
Right.
snake.
Right.
too. Yeah.
Right. So if you were picking up on it, initiative works on basically you're rolling a dexterity test to see if you go before the enemies. If you don't, you go after the enemies. I describe it as fast phase and slow phase. That's not in the rules. It's from a different game that does a similar system. That's just in my head. So who's going fast?
Boom got it. Cat didn't.
Okay, Vinny. In terms of ranges, I think it would be pretty safe to say that Chevy is close range. Other people would be medium range. You would have to move, and the closest you could get would be moving to short. That would kind of like represent the relative positions, right? As Chevy is in the kind of more deeper into the room, right? And everyone else is going to have to kind of circle back and get into the room. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
So-
you know Ramirez is in the fast phase. That's easy.
Oh yeah. All right. So it's up to you all to decide on the order of who wants to resolve stuff in the fast phase.
I think the highest number.
All right, I guess that is Chevy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Chevy, kind of wants to punch this thing in the head, but I don't see the head.
Yeah.
So
You can move to go hand to hand with the power sword.
yeah, I will do that. I will go up to where I see this big slithering snake across the floor, and I'll like pick it up with one hand and then chop down with energy sword. And that's a hit.
Hell yeah. Do damage,
So
brother.
D10 damage.
D10.
Okay.
Does that include the subtraction?
Yeah, that would.
Okay.
No, I mean it would be still a hit with the subtraction.
Got it.
Does
Okay.
the subtraction apply to damage?
No. PCs and hostiles subtract 1 from their attack rolls for every hit dice the hostiles have over the
Okay,
PC's
attack
level.
rolls.
Yeah.
I do 1 damage.
Remember, low is better for a hostile. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just you do 1 damage.
Yeah.
All right. It laughs in armor. You come down on it, and maybe the energy sword is fluxing in its power because it has not been used in half a century.
Yeah.
It just sparks off the thick trunk-like serpentine body of this giant snake. You know that this thing's armor is impressive. Something's wrong. Like compared to a normal snake, or it might have like an armor of 1. And scales. These things' scales are tough, almost like, as tough as, let's say, as tough as the APC.
Yeah, so I'm like pressing this energy sword against it, and it's just sizzling, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Did I accidentally get the energy suntan?
Yeah. I like the idea that someone else was exploring this this facility with you all. Or one of the other characters was looking in another room, and they are looking over and being like, "What is this huge tapestry? It's all like leathery and tough. It's like the snake skin." And then someone calls like, "Hey, you're over here." You know what I mean? So, anyways, yeah. Let's keep it going. So yeah, you charge the creature with your plasma sword. Ineffective. Who wants to go next?
Boom. Question.
Yeah.
Swagger stick, which is hand to hand and stun.
Right.
Is the stun supposed to be because of like an energy thing, like
Yeah.
a Star Wars stun gun, electric
Like a stun baton?
discharge?
Yeah.
Okay. When they issue this, that do we have the impression that it would also that it's made for humanoid size creature,
Yeah.
or can it be effective also on larger targets?
It will not be effective. It's the shock of it is not effective for this size of a snake. So no.
All right.
It would work. It would work on non-humanoids. It would work on most orcs, right? But yeah, not.
Yeah.
No, the snake's too big.
Plus, it's probably very well grounded.
Well done.
So I think Boom will get a little bit inside the room, but also going around. So trying not to stay in the line of fire of the other companions, and opening up with his infantry rifle.
Nice. Burst of armor-piercing rounds light up this armory room.
Oh yeah.
Choke. Give me damage. That would definitely hit.
And that's what was that again?
Yeah.
2d6, right?
Infantry
Yeah,
rifles
2d6.
2d6. Yeah.
Average.
All right. You managed to do 1 damage to the snake. through its armor.
Oof, that's a lot of armor.
Yep. So most of the we watch as like most of the tracer shots like ricochet off the armor, right, and then like one thuds into it, and we hear like like it's not used to being. How dare you make it bleed its own blood?
I got it bleeding.
Who wants to go next?
Henry should go next.
Henry?
Oh yeah, sure. I guess the best way to kill a snake is to roast it.
Yep.
And I will use my flamer.
All right, you'll move to close range and use your flamer against the head of the snake.
Yep. My agility is 7. Dexterity is 7.
All right, give me 2d6 damage.
Right. Ugh, can I reroll all of them?
You roll the 1, not the 2.
Yeah, so. Yeah. So
No,
reroll. So
okay.
we go.
8.
There you go.
Yep.
Nice. All right, -4, so that's 4 damage through.
Yeah, let me
Um,
adjust the setting here. I think it's
Yeah.
not powerful enough.
Yeah, it's on slow
More
cook.
gasoline. Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
More propane.
More importantly, it's a terror. The terror of it means that I need to make a morale test for the snake.
What's a blast? Blast is like a area effect, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
there's
would
no
hit
other.
multiple opponents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If-
okay.
if there
Makes
were.
sense. Also, it's not a war crime. It's against animal. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. It sticks around.
Oh,
But it's an animal. It can be driven off. It can be felled. It can be beaten.
a tough mother effer.
All right. Anyone else hasn't acted in the fast round yet?
Yeah, Ramirez is going to stay at medium range with her rifle and take a shot.
Okay.
Nope, that's a miss because of the level difference.
Oh dear.
Not a natural one. Not is it two natural ones or is it modified ones?
No, it's not a natural one. It's a,
Yeah, because technically it's a
Yeah.
3.
So no snafu for
It's
you.
just a miss. Nope.
Okay. Then it's Snakey's turn. I think it's going to go after Chevy because it's in front of it, right? It's going to begin to wrap. It's going to wrap its body around you and proceed to try to constrict you to death. So it subtracts from this roll. It has 4 hit die. You have 1, so it subtracts 3 from this roll. I don't think a 13 is under your jam. Golden?
Oh, it's muted. No,
Okay.
I have
didn't-
nothing above a 13.
Oh, sorry. This has to be under your brawn. Because it's a hand to
It's
hand.
not. It's not under my brow.
Okay. Right, because you have a brawn of like 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. So it tries to crush you as you are forcibly holding the snake back. Impressive.
Yeah, I got like holding its by its neck in one hand.
Yeah. All right. You're successfully wrestling the snake. That's my turn. Slow round.
All right. I think Ford is in the slow round,
Yes.
so he'll get his shotgun out.
Question: What
Yeah.
happens if I shoot the flamethrower? Is it gonna burn him too?
No. The
Okay.
snake's big
It's-
enough
it's
that you don't have
quite
damage.
large.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Ford's gonna try and shoot the snake in the head just because it's thematic.
Mhm.
Ooh, and
Ooh.
20.
All right, Ford. There you go.
I just forgot the modifier again, but 20 is a 20.
You roll a d6. On a not yeah. All these extra tables
Yeah.
are 1. Get hyped.
A
Your next
1.
attack has advantage.
Nice. All right. And then it's 2d8 for damage.
Mhm.
No, 3d6 for a shotgun. It takes 12, and it has spread. I still don't know what spread does.
Spread reduces the damage at different ranges.
Okay.
Got it down to 25.
That's tough.
Oh.
All right.
Sorry, down to 23. I can't do math. All right, new round, new dexterity rolls. If that's everybody.
Wait, there's also Cat was also in the slow.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
In the slow round. So seeing that, our rifles don't have too much of an effect, I think Cat would take a round looking at the crates and stuff of alien weaponry to see if there's some explosives, hopefully some sticky grenades or things of that matter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
How can we do that?
I mean, brain with advantage to find an active sticky grenade to use. Next round, you could activate it.
Nice.
This round, you're scrummaging for one, right? Because there's this room is full of crates with weapons and stuff like that, right? It's basically like an armory, but it's 50 years old, so like finding a working one is not necessarily guaranteed. Which is why it's a brains with advantage. Yeah, no bother. Cool. All right. Yep. You give yourself sticky grenades. Let's say it's a D6 because there's enough of them.
Ooh, nice.
To slot. You activate them next round. New round. Initiative checks from everybody.
So I gotta roll above which stat?
Dexterity. If you roll above your dexterity, you go in the fast.
Oh.
My guys are slow this time.
Yeah, I'm slow too.
I'm in the fast round, so I guess I might as well shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Lay down another burst.
Oh. Is that a natural 20?
Huh? Yes, that's a natural 20.
Well,
Oh, wait. No. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a natural
Mine's
20. So you get to
That's a natural 20.
the minus the subtraction doesn't matter for purposes of the food bar
Okay.
tables. So yeah, you got a natural 20. All right. So Ramirez, you have a pistol or no? You have the scoped rifle, right?
Scope rifle, yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Okay. You draw your shot.
So do I roll a 1d6 for the 20?
Yeah, roll your d6 first and then roll damage because you might just kill it.
Okay. 5.
Right in the melon. The hostile is stunned for one round, which means I don't get to act.
Oh, nice.
Do
And then roll the damage?
correct.
At least it's another 2.
21.
Plank it in the face.
Are you the only one acting in this round?
Yes.
God. Well, I'm stunned, so then it goes to the slow round. So great shot.
All right, everyone else, attack it.
All right, time to burn some snake again. My dexterity is 7, so -3 still hits.
Yo, yeah. Wow.
Here we
Good
go.
roll. Good roll.
Yep. Cook it.
16, and you forced it to have the terror test to have a morale check. Okay. It will be fleeing at the end of this round. Or at the start of its turn. But everyone else in the slope still gets to keep going.
Don't let it run if you want dinner.
I have no preference. But Will, if you wanna take a shot, go ahead. And I would say if it's still up after that, and we wanna kill it, then we will use the sticky grenades.
Okay. So who else is going in the slow round?
My guys. So, I guess Cat has the sticky grenades. Did I have to go really far to find them, or
No, they were in this
was
room.
I in the same? Okay, in the same room.
Yeah, so you're still the same relative position to the snake. You're still at short range.
Yeah, because I was thinking it was stunned. Would it be conceivable for Cat to actually get in hand? Like actually. What am I trying to say? Like not throwing it, but actually get close and like
stab. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sticking
so hand
there.
So you want to like use brawn instead to smack it on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Oh yeah, that works.
With the subtraction?
And then, yeah. It's okay. 8. Like Cat is my smart guy, but it's actually stronger than
Okay.
smart.
Yeah.
So stick it in there, and then pushing the button, and comically, running away. Fire an all.
Yeah.
What's the damage for
3d6?
All right.
Right. Snake's almost dead. 11 left.
I think Vinny then will try again with the rifle. Nope.
Oh no. That's a snafu roll actually. Natural 1.
What's a 3?
You're off balance. Disadvantage on your next attack.
Ouch. I stumbled on a branch. All right. So at this point, I think we're all done.
Yep. Dexterity test. Everyone who goes in the fast round can act before the snake flees.
Wait, I still gotta go for Chevy.
Oh.
Chevy's gonna try and punch the snake in the head. Actually, can I wrestle the snake and keep it from escaping?
No, I don't think that's going to be possible.
Big, right?
Yeah, it's too big. It's too big to stop it.
I just punch it in the face.
Yeah. You have your energy sword.
No, I miss with the energy sword.
Wow.
All right, next round, yeah.
All right, dexterity rolls from everybody.
It's a buff.
One of us can go. Looks like about half of us are going to go fast.
Yeah.
All right. Got 11 hit points left. Can you take it down before it flees?
Yeah, Chevy will try and punch it again. I was like, what? How did I miss?
That's it. Yeah.
6 damage, I think.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay,
Delay of
I guess
strength.
this thing
Yeah.
works after all. I found the turbo switch.
It roars
So-
in agony.
That means he needs the reason why it roars because he need more heat. So here comes more fire. Any more heat? Ah, fuck.
Aw.
It malfunctions.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Spraying wildly. Vinny just adds to the to the general ambience by going but no
Yeah.
no bullet connects.
Ramirez with a
Still
scoped rifle.
Yep. Still hit. And
One.
1 point in damage.
Are you infantry?
Yes. Oh, right. I get to re-roll that. So that would have been 7 on 4. 3 damage.
Right. 2 hit points left.
I don't think anyone else can go.
All right.
I think
It-
badly wounded it runs away.
Horrendously wounded, the snake burrows out through the southern wall, going through the courtyard, through the rocks and escaping back to the swamps where it came. You can see this path of how it got in here in the first place. Oh, you also found a tunnel outside to escape from if you need to. Silver linings.
But we haven't accomplished our mission yet. So.
No, we still haven't found our poor researcher.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if he's into one of the 2 places we don't want to go.
What if
Maybe
he
he
was
got-
in the snake?
Yes, that's right. Maybe he already.
He already
Maybe he-
found the snake.
I say we chase after the snake and slice the belly open to see if there's anybody in there.
With the snake moving, you can feel beneath your feet the sounds of many squeakings
Mm.
as the snake's disturbance of the nests of the small creatures below, those hairy crabs.
I don't want to go and get eaten by crabs. Maybe we have to assault the camp. Maybe that's where.
I think the snake need to lose some weight. That's what I think.
That's yeah. I mean, I feel like attacking the OSR camp would probably help the larger mission, and I think that we gotta do it. Unless we want to go in the keep out area.
Did it look like anyone had been in the keep out area recently?
Recently enough that like the sign that says keep out was relatively new. It wasn't like the armory where it just was like totally do not mess with, right? Clearly someone must have probably died to the snake here at some point in the past and was like, no, we're just gonna seal that off. We're just gonna that's the snake's domain,
Yep.
But no, the northern wing there is more recently sealed off than the southern ring. Yeah, no other way to tell exactly dates or anything like that.
It would be pretty funny if our contact put up the keep out sign himself and just nobody wanted to deal with it.
I would like to request that I scout the OSR camp. Maybe I can get a reading on if our contact is being held out there, and if not, then perhaps we could move into the keep out zone.
Sounds like a good idea. All right, Ramirez.
Alright, so if we move back to the central area, is there a place that I could kind of
Whisper or hear from? Eavesdrop? There's no word.
eavesdrop or just use my scope to do some searching of the camp, look around the various tents?
Yeah. So the part you really want to study is the part that's not that you can't see from the outside, though. The part that you should be most interested in would be part of the complex that's the part of the OSR camp that's actually part of the ruined ship rather than the extraneous stuff on the outside. You also probably realize why they put stuff on the outside as being because the inside part of the ship here really sucks. It's full of snakes and terrible things, right? So whatever little part they were able to carve out of the dangers here is theirs. Yeah. So scouting around, I think I'm going to need a dexterity test for stealth simply because you went kind of hot against the snake, and so maybe there's a chance they could have heard stuff. Otherwise, I would have said there's no. Okay. I would have just given it to you. So okay. Don't even bother. You rolled a natural 20. Don't even bother.
Natural 20.
No issues.
All right.
Cool. So let me tell you what you know, right, and what you're able to hear and glean from. So there's clearly some sort of boss man in that HQ. You can hear maybe like a lieutenant or second command be like, listen, fuck it, I don't care what L says. I'm taking our troops. We're gonna take these LTVs. We gotta go help my buddies, right? He's like, no, like delay. We need to hold out here. L needs us. They keep talking about this someone named L. And they're like, no, fuck that. My brothers are dying on that beach. I'm going out. And so a part of a detachment there is getting ready to head out from the OSR camp. You can hear like some random radio chatter and bits coming from the room there. But then you hear a conversation between the leader and L himself as he's calling up. Listen, I tried to stop him. He doesn't want to. What should I do? Do you want me to let him go, or should I handle him and stuff? And you hear, all right, I'll let him go. Yeah, I understand. And he hangs up the phone and goes back to looking at the invasion problems. I guess you should have an Australian accent like all OSR people. My bad. All right. Jamie's a real blokey bloke. I'm real sorry about that. All right, Al.
I think I'll sneak back and report. Lieutenant, it seems like some of the OSRs are ready to move out. They're heading for the beach. Might be a good chance to take the camp. Be little resistance.
Yeah, as soon as they move out, can we contact our base and let them know that reinforcements are approaching for the enemy?
Yeah, I think so. I think you would probably have a field radio or something like that. It's probably part of the risk comp.
Risk comp trying to get into a properly encrypted channel.
Yeah. I'm looking at all the various equipment tables, and it's not like there's a radio system. The best thing would be accessing information stuff with the risk comp, so that'd be it.
And we might still be able to relay the signal through the APC, probably.
Yeah,
right?
That's what we'd be doing. Yeah, you're on a secured channel. Yeah, label them, let them know a detachment's coming south your way. Yeah.
Nope.
Ooh. Right, because I think the wristband is tied to the I'm gonna play it like that's what's happening. So like the wristband, what failure looks like here is that it causes this feedback loop of the rest of the radio thing, and you know how the boss man in that OSR camp was using the radio, so like it creates like both your comms on at the same time. And then you hear like, "Who's this?" What do you do? Your message didn't get through. Instead, this enemy commander just heard your message.
Uh-oh.
So I'm on an open channel with him.
No, the problem is that your wrist comp is still slightly attuned to the rest of the ship and their comms, right? And so I'm playing this failure off as your wrist comp went to that, it jumped bands to that instead of the APC.
Okay, so it's Ramirez that is hearing the guy.
No, you are with your wrist comp. Right?
So I do have an open channel with him.
Yeah. You have a limited open channel, and he asks, "Hey, what's going on? Who's this?"
Close immediately.
Okay, just immediately close. You hear the base alarm go off of like,
Well
scout out.
done, buddy.
I mean, they don't know where you are. They don't know that you're in this spot, but they do know that like we should be on alert. So now like guards will be on alert looking for people rather than focusing on the beach stuff, right?
And
They're not like
burn
looking for
them
you.
crispy.
Yeah.
We're gonna burn them crispy.
Right. Well, what do you want to do? For the record, we got about 30 minutes left of the session tonight.
Yeah, I guess we should attack the OSR camp now. As the
how many people are left in the USR camp?
Well, a detachment of 5 are leaving. You don't know exactly. I would say there's more than 5 and less than 10 left is the best thing that Ramirez was able to give you.
All right, so nothing that a judicious application of fire and grenades can't handle.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Yeah. They don't know where we are. As they're scrambling around looking, they're not going to think to look in here. We can just take them. Yeah.
That sounds like a great idea.
let's do it.
All right.
Can we leverage the fact that Ramirez already scouted some path?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I would say though you're not in a position to ambush them. I think it would be kind of straight dice.
Mm-hmm.
But they aren't in a position to ambush you neither. Without you telling me or setting up something that why you think you could set up an ambush, you probably have to do something to set up an ambush. Then you could achieve one. Otherwise, it'll be straight dice, and we just go to initiative because you kind of both have the right. You don't have. In other words, I'm giving you the reward that you don't have to roll to sneak, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving them the reward that they don't have to try to actively listen to you, right? So you're kind of at even footing, but you could get close to them, as in you could get to short range with them and set up kind of around the door, but they're also on the other side of the door, right? Now they haven't left and come in here. Yeah.
We have enough advantage to find cover
Now,
but they will also have a good position.
Right. But here's the thing, right? Based on the way they're fanning out right now, they think that you're outside somewhere, right? Because what psychopath would come through the place with the snakes or like, and the weird, you know what I mean?
Right.
And the people at the guard tower are alive and they're like, we haven't seen anybody. Right? So you're actually in a kind of a good spot from there, which is why no one's gonna like sneak through the door here. But also like it's kind of counting against you is because no one expects you to come this way, right? So it's not like anybody would come through the courtyard. Does that make sense? Or come?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If anything, like actually, let me just roll a d6, like 50-50 chance. Let's say on a 4+. In fact, probably another bit of the group will probably get another ATV and begin to do a patrol kind of around the area. All right, nope, they're sticking around. Okay.
They're just on the other side of the door. We could throw grenades.
Yeah.
I think like a Private Chevy will put his saw on a tripod. It's like right outside the door.
Yeah. I mean, do you
So
want to?
here, Vinny, codename Boom would be one of the few times where he actually volunteers an idea, and he would approach the lieutenant and go, "Should we open with a boom?"
I'm gonna say no because we are still trying to rescue a person of importance.
Oh, apologies. I didn't mean we bring the entire place down. I mean grenades.
Oh my god, you have a satchel charge. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. But then that could have been on the table, but not exactly what I was suggesting.
I would say a satchel charge would definitely kill everyone in that room.
Let's do that.
A satchel charge is a single-use weapon that does 5d6 damage in a blast.
Yeah, but it may might cause structural damage. Also probably like
it would. It would bring down the
radios, documents, and stuff. We would probably lose everything.
Oh yeah, that's all gone. Yeah, exactly. It will just level that camp room would just turn into rubble. Is what would happen, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, but I was just thinking that most of us have some form of grenade. Like Vinny's got grenade. Cat's got the sticky alien grenades, and I think some other also has.
Yeah, Ramirez has grenades.
I have canned food. I can toast canned food.
That also counts. So like, if they don't expect us coming from here, what we do is like, open the door and just throw all the grenades we have, basically.
Yeah.
And open up like that.
Right. That sort of plan I would call for an initiative roll.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to be rolling initiative. I'm just concerned about blindly throwing in grenades and killing our target.
Oh, because you think our target isn't here?
Yeah, I mean that's why we're attacking it.
Yeah, but
because we're trying to achieve our target.
I mean, what's the impression we got from the scouting? Like, was this environment where the commander is? Like, is it like relatively open? Like, or is that a major concern? Like that you throw a grenade and the target was under the table, like tied under the table. Like is this what we're thinking?
No, it's a command information center, right? It's a HQ, right? So they got the maps and the charts and the radios, all that stuff happening, right? So it's got circuits to operating, radio stations and all that kind of stuff, and charts all in there, right? All the valuable OSR stuff for commanding.
Man, all those technical talkings make my head burn. Head
but
hurt.
It's not a place where they would likely have prisoner then.
If they have any prisoner, they have nowhere else to put him, is my thought.
You know what I say? We kick down that door. Just let me just set everybody in flame. That.
Yeah, I mean, probably with the flamer, there's not much need for grenades.
Oh, that didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if Ramirez had a look and she did not see any sign of any prisoner, then we can throw grenades.
I would say Ramirez wouldn't know whether or not the prisoner's in there. Because the prisoner didn't say anything or do anything to make themselves known, if that's the case.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying they're in there, but I'm also not saying that they're not in there.
Hey,
they may not even be a prisoner, but if they are a prisoner, there's nowhere else the OSR would have to put them, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last question. From the look that Ramirez got in, does it look like there's enough cover that we might be able to get in and kind of do the sneaky takedown instead of guns blazing.
I would allow a dexterity test to avoid initiative to get into the room rather than being short range to get into close / hand to hand. Yeah, for sure. That's possible. And avoid initiative and ambush them. Yeah, I'd allow that. But you would have to roll to sneak in there.
Yeah, which probably will not happen, because if we all have to roll and there's a bunch of us, somebody will fail. So not just statistically not going to happen. All right. I would say that.
But you could send in your best, your best folks.
Yeah, but then they open fire or whatever, and it's just one person versus 7 or 8. I don't know. Up to you
It's
guys.
fine.
I'm out of ideas.
Kick open the doors. Chevy
Sure.
lays down suppressing fire with the saw, and then we start picking off targets.
Yep, sounds good.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Initiative rolls.
We kick down the door.
Oh, I'm actually in the slow round.
Ooh, baby.
One slow and one quick or fast or whatever.
Both of mine are in the slow.
Right. Inside this room is one OSR commander and 5 OSR mooks, brigands.
6 Aussies. Okay, we can do
Yeah.
this.
Just Aussies.
You said Nazis?
Australians, because I give
Oh,
the
I was gonna say,
OSR
okay.
terrorist. Yeah, no, these are like the rebel terrorist groups. They're the Outer Systems Rebellion, and
Okay.
and I just give them Australian accents.
Okay, I saw you mean Nazis.
Oh, Nazis.
Like,
Gotcha. Okay. They're even worse. They're Australian.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh dear. Is that a miss?
Man, but I am Australian. Oh.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
No. Doctor, I am Australian. Okay. Bummer. Anyone else fast? Ford?
Boom is
Oh, boom. All right, boom.
quickly scanning the room to see where's the largest clump of people that might get hit by a single grenade.
You can roll a d6 to analyze. You know, well, I meant to say d3. In my head, I always want to do a d6 divided by 2 because of physical dice. But right. So yeah, at most you could hit one person and 2 more.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, grenade is always like a dexterity roll, right?
Yeah, unless you have the sticky grenades, then you could slap one on one.
Yeah, but no. That would be a cat, and
Yeah.
not gonna physically run into the command center with a bunch of guys to slap a grenades on the back of. I mean, it would be fun, but
Yeah.
No, I don't think we will be doing that.
No. Sorry, just for the record, like on my end, I have yet to really get anything that increases the danger die tension. I've just been rolling all the ones that don't increase tension. Anyways, keep going.
All these guys have the same amount of hit dice as us, right? So we don't
Except for the
need
boss.
concern. Okay, but I'm not targeting necessarily the boss. I'm targeting this group.
Yeah, they're one hit die mooks.
Oh yes,
Easy. These are your standard surf type variety.
Yep. And it's always 3d6, right?
Correct.
Slam.
Ooh boy, and welcome to the jam. You got 2 more into damage rolls because of the other 2.
Oh, so I rolled for each one. Okay.
And grenades have, if you didn't realize it, but grenades also have AP -1, so they go through armor, basic armor, which all these lads have. Yep. Mincemeat.
Ooh,
Incredible rolls.
Look at these
Nice.
rolls.
There you go. Okay, well, there goes more than half of the detachment. Now that group probably was wishing they went on the ATV instead of staying in this room. Okay.
Now that's what I call a proper opening.
Anyone else need to go in the fast round?
Oh. Yeah, it's me.
Okay.
By the way, my character's name is Hans Schmidt.
And
Hens.
Schmidt. Okay.
So I will intimidate whoever's still alive in the room, and I'll point my flamer at them, and I'll say, "You want to burn to crisp? Better surrender, and I promise you that no harm will come to you."
Well, I try to roll a morale at disadvantage for them, basically favoring you as possible. And the dice said no. They're like, death before dishonor.
Okay,
I ain't telling
so
you
that's
shit.
So that's my round. Or can I still fire now?
No, you can.
Oh, sure.
Talk
okay,
as a free action.
all right. I guess they choose to die. My dexterity is 7, so.
I tried. I gave them a morale test, and they decided to say no. That's the problem. All right. Literally was a greater than 10 because both their guys died, or those 3 lads died, and you're like, dude, surrender. So that sucks.
And I'm gonna reroll 1.
Yep, you roll the 1.
6.
6. 6 kills another one, and this is a flamethrower, so you roll another d6 or a d3 to determine the extra number of people you can hit with it. All right. One more lad. Do you want to hit the boss or do you want to hit a mook?
I'll hit the nuke.
Okay.
Was 8.
Incinerated. Okay, you just killed the other 2 mooks. The rest, the only person left is the boss, who I think at this point is going to have to throw their hands up because like literally you just burned their entire crew. Right? He was like death before dishonor, and then he's like, no. On the other hand, like,
What's that?
I mean,
what's that?
he can surrender on his turn.
Movie scream that it's not the Willem scream, but it's still very famous. Which is from that movie where that guy like falls from the very tall bridge.
Oh, I thought that was the Wilhelm scream. I have no idea.
I will look it up,
All right.
but I always associate that with stuff like flame.
Oh,
and stuff.
Right, because of it's the Fire Bat Academy from StarCraft.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, sorry. As soon as you said that, yeah. Okay, sorry. No, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh yeah, wait.
I will say that yeah, after I see those 2 people get burned alive, there's probably,
Yeah, it does change your. Yeah, it's kind of hard to be a patriot when you see that stuff. So, yeah, he's he's literally like dead before dishonor, and then your Henry, your flamethrower just incinerates the other 2 left, and then it's just him. He's like, yeah, on his turn, he's like, on the second hand, I'm gonna actually yeah, okay. What do you want?
Exactly. I was gonna gnaw my cheek after burns too. Like, what do you think now?
Right. So, unfortunately, yeah, he's gonna be your captive for the time being. He doesn't really have much of a choice otherwise, right?
Guys, you want to question him? I'm not good at this stuff.
Yeah, maybe he knows where our target is. We can
For sure.
interrogate him.
Is he
So,
armed with a pistol or anything? Or
yeah, he's got a
rifle?
sidearm. Yeah, he's got an auto pistol.
Okay, I'd take his auto
For
pistol.
sure. Yeah, you disarm him, take his knife and grenade.
Yep.
He tells you he's Captain Carnal of the OSR.
Nice.
Is he an orc?
No, orcs are the Covenant from Halo.
Oh.
They're a conglomeration of alien religious supremacists who are looking for ancient technology.
Oh, right. The orc is what do you call that?
Yeah. Right. It's the OSR are the rebel group that are humans, but their base is in an ancient orc ship. So yeah, I understand your confusion. You literally just showed up here today. So like, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good,
There's
man.
layers of nuance going on.
I saw literally orcs, like green skin running
Right,
around.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's the One Religious Covenant.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a play on that actually. Yeah.
I have a quick question.
For sure.
Three questions. First, two questions. Well, how do I determine my hit points and armor?
Your hit points, I believe, is a D6 plus 4.
plus 4.
D6 plus 4. All right.
I think
and what about
being a private, I think it's plus 1.
So D6 plus 1 as
No.
a private?
If you're a private, it's a D6 plus 5 instead of a D6 plus 4. Your hit points.
Okay, D6 plus.
Yeah. Your armor, standard issue armor for infantry is back and breast armor, which is 1 point of armor, and your helmet's 1 point of armor. So you get 2 points of armor. So 2 points of damage resistance.
So I just for armor write down 2. That's it.
Yep.
And then for hit point, I think I got 7 out of 7. Perfect.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
Don't get hit. Yeah. I mean the damage works both ways. Just by good. You're doing good play. Giving you the and if you go before the enemies, good things happen your way, right?
True. At some point, do I reroll the hit points or?
You'll get more when you. You can get healed up and reroll. You don't reroll armor, but you'll get more hit points when you level up.
Okay, cool. And the second question I have is, how do I do the ammo test? It says
Right.
D6.
Right. Actually, we're at the end of combat, so everyone who fired their gun should roll their ammo die. Your ammo die is a thing. It's a way of tracking supplies that are kind of abstract. And what happens is, whenever you use things like ammo die or like fuel in the APC or the APC's gun, at the end of combat, you roll that ammo die, and on a 1 or a 2, that die decreases by 1, showing that you're using up the supplies. When it gets to a D4 and you roll a 1 or a 2, it's gone. Right, you're out.
Wait, so say again. So it's if I roll if I roll 1d6, it shows 1 or 2. It decreased by 1.
Yeah, it decreases.
4?
Yeah, it drops to it. So the die decreases 1 size to a D4.
Oh.
Right,
and I roll 1 or 2 on D4, and then it's gone. Okay, cool.
Correct. Yeah.
So I'm good.
Yeah, just roll maximum. It's fine.
Yeah. I have plenty fuel. Plenty fire in the chamber.
Yeah. All right. So
like what we have, Eric, like looks like body armor. It's actually all magazines, like one next to each other.
Yeah. Just wall to wall extra mags. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
So right. So you have this captain as your prisoner, and you're asking him about your VIP that you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Or HVT. Right. He's like, "Oh, mate, it's so real sorry about that. We caught him snooping around when we showed up here. He's down below. Oh, for sure. I mean, I don't know if he got turned into one of the experiments that was running down there. Not sure about that, mate. But yeah. Or he could ask the orky boy down there. He's the one in charge of the prisoners. The big lad, can't miss him."
I say.
And he says,
I say wait.
Sorry, when he says "big orky boy," you get the impression when he says that you get a little lump in your throat. Big when someone describes an orky boy as big, that's probably related to a hunter killer. Hunter killers are heavily armored, brutal people. I mean, behind the scenes, it's the equivalent to an ogre, right? Like think of it that kind of D&D perspective wise, but like also think of like a hunter from Halo, right? Like the highest, biggest orc you could get.
I say we tie him up, and we gather all the information we can from the main control room, and then we call for backup. What do you say? Guys?
Go down and then call for backup. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying that we recover all the information's intels we can get from the available the control center, and then we tie up the captain, and then we call for backup before we go down there.
I don't think we're going to get backup. I think we're going to need to complete our mission as quickly as we can, in case the fighting goes south.
Okay, then how about we put on their uniform, and then we put a gun behind the captain. We go down there, infiltrate their base.
Well, since you said that, let me remark about something you've learned from the captain, interrogating him a little bit, right? And said,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, if you don't want to fight the big orky boy, then yeah, you're going to have to take one of these. And he shows you, may I? He asks for permission, and he hobbles over to and like shoves a locker, right? And the locker opens, and inside there's like more space behind the locker, like it's like a hidden compartment room. And if you go through the locker, you can see like inside in the back, there's all of these like coat racks of these capes. They're like religious robes that the like orcs would use, and they all have yellow eyes of fire on them.
Ooh.
The Eye of Fire. The one from the transmission.
Nice.
Man, that's dope.
Look, mate. Whatever.
Thank you.
L down there is the real true believer. I'm here for the paycheck, mate.
I say thank you, and I will hit him with the butt of the
Right.
flamer to knock him unconscious.
Yeah.
Make sure he's tied up.
Yeah, you
And
flamer
then
whip him.
Yeah, exactly. And so I guess we're gonna get down there then, guys. Put on those ropes.
Yeah. All right. So are you going to go down there with those robes and convince the hunter killer that you're doing a prisoner exchange or something? What are you going to do?
Yeah, could we bring the captain and say that we're doing an exchange?
Oh, he's unconscious now, so it's not gonna.
Yeah, we can
No,
do that.
we could
That's
just
fine.
drag this Aussie Drongo down there.
Yeah.
And maybe we could say, yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
We're here to drop one off and pick one up.
Yeah,
and,
sorry. There is a ladder in this locker room next to those things. If I didn't describe it, I was already going below.
Oh.
So you found one of the entrances to the dungeons below.
But I say that we can just pretend to be one of them, and we don't even need to trade the captain for nothing. We can just bring him back to the base with him.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, at the very least, having the cloaks on could let us just, like if we get spotted from a distance, we would not immediately rouse suspicions. You know what I mean? At the very least, it should grant us a measure of how do you go, like getting the initiative.
The element of surprise.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to say. The element of surprise.
I mean, we're not spies, but maybe that's not a thing in this universe.
Look, if we can get in there and we can get off this planet and we're all alive, sir, and then that's really what you wanted. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I'll wear this funny robe. Sure.
So cut to suit up.
Yeah. So you put on these kind of dorky robes over your armor, And you proceed down the. You want to go down the little step ladder thing to the basement level.
Sure.
All right.
Let's go.
Below, it's super dank and dark. Several of these furry crab things scurry out away from you. One of them is kind of really tenacious and doesn't want to leave, and so you kick it, and then it wises up. There's a pretty solid doorway and door frame below here. You're like really into like the maintenance and below parts of the ship, right? That's below ground here. It seems pretty well preserved. But then you enter part through this hallway. You can see that this door's kind of half ajar. That it's like half Earth, half ship, and it's because it's been kind of like carved out. And down here, kind of like sitting with half its armor off, kind of like drawing into the dirt, is the largest orc you've ever seen. It is about 3 people together, and it's kind of like hunched over, drawing in the dirt. This is a hunter killer. These things are the stuff of nightmares. It could easily kill all of you. But it looks at you rather blasé in your uniforms. Doesn't say anything.
We keep our heads low, and then we just
Yeah.
looking for the person we're here to rescue.
Right.
Oh
So-
wait, did we get an extra robe? I think we should get an extra robe from the locker. Because if we find the guy, then we have a robe for the guy.
Nah, we can just handcuff the guy and bring him with us like he's our prisoner,
Yeah.
kind of thing, you know.
I mean, the orc knows what a prisoner is, right? It knows that guy's a prisoner, so he can't just like put a robe and be like, "I have diplomatic immunity." like he knows. They're dumb. They're dumb, but like not that dumb, right? So but you can.
I know what he meant though. He said he wanted to like put on a robe on him, so disguise him, so they don't even know that he's the.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I imagine like we had like hoods.
Oh, that's so much
also,
smarter.
but
Yeah,
maybe
for
that-
sure.
maybe
No,
that's not-
100%. Hoods are definitely part of the regalia.
Mhm.
This is some culty shit. Of course, it's got hoods.
But I'm saying like, you want to do that, or you want to just act like we're the jailers and bring him away with us instead of putting a hood?
No, because the way like this is now like meta, but not meta, but reasoning in the fiction, but in a way that we have no way currently of knowing that it's right, short of asking Eric,
Right.
is this how it works? But the way I was picturing it in my head is, this is like the kind of the guard, right?
Yeah. He's
And maybe
the prison's
maybe the
behind him,
guard,
right?
Yeah, and maybe this guard has received orders already, and maybe the orders are the prisoner stays here. Like if a group, comes in and then tries to go out with the prisoners, he might ask questions, right? Like, wait, I was told that the prisoner was gonna stay here, but if how many people are we? Like 6 people.
Yeah.
Right.
But look,
If a group of 6 comes in and 7 go out, maybe he didn't even count. You know what I mean?
It's like a baboon. He can't count higher than
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
No, but I mean, we are a small crowd. Like if 6 people come in and then 7 go out, like how
Yeah.
many people would notice that there's one
true.
extra, right?
Yeah.
see,
You can pull
if
a fast
he's
one.
dumb, if he's dumb, we can just convince him that we're just gonna. The captain want to question the prisoner, just bring him
Yeah.
up with us, and then we put a hood on him, and then we run. What do you think about that?
I'd say whoever the majority of people acknowledge that we want to do, we do that. I'm happy to see what happens.
Apparently by stats, I'm dumb as shit. It's like 16. so it's probably breaking the role play by coming with all the smart ideas.
Well, someone else came up with the idea. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. I probably as dumb as a hunter killer, I just know that squeeze the trigger and the flame come out and it's fun. That's all I know.
And that's why you're
That's
a
all right.
marine.
You're coming up with all these great ideas, but there's some secret flaw in them that we're not privy to. They'll come out soon.
So is the plan? There's another rope? Okay, there be at least another rope. There's enough ropes for like 15 people, so there's enough ropes. This room that you're in, where the hunter killer's vibing, you can definitely see behind him is sort of like that jail, like an alcove towards like a rotted kind of jail cell, with an individual in it that's kind of like in the dark and asleep and hard to tell. But there's other like access points out of here, right, leading to other parts of like the ship and compound below. So but I know we're coming close to the end here, so I just want to force the question here. So are you going to try to swindle the guy, or are you just going to like are you going to try to convince the guard that this is a lawful exchange, or are you going to just like, you don't have to roll to convince him to get access to the prisoner inside, and if you just want to give him a cloak and kind of swindle the guard with the count number, we could try that instead, and that would be a different test.
I'd prefer to swindle. That's my vote.
Okay.
Sure, I'll go with that.
All right. I think that would be rolling. I would have to roll under willpower, someone's willpower. Probably like the lowest, whoever has the lowest stat of willpower of the group, I'd probably have to roll under that. So whoever has the best willpower, I'd roll under that as the does he mess up the count?
My guys are pretty bad. They would only have advantage at contests of will, but that's another thing, right?
Correct.
I've got tons. Where's our psycho when we need him?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then you want to do it as a 50-50?
Sure.
All right.
All right. Somebody want to do the honor rather than me?
Oh fuck. Okay, guys, are you
Alright,
sure
see you,
to
Henry.
do that?
Thanks for volunteering, Henry.
Oh shit.
Roll a d20.
Okay. Okay. Oh fuck. Okay.
Roll
So
a
I have-
10 or less.
Oh god. Oh, we're dead. Yeah, we're dead.
Okay. So, you're halfway up the stairs when they notice. So we're gonna have to have this kind of like fighting retreat, but we are kind of out of time here, so I don't know a way to abbreviate this, as you're gonna have to like fight your way out. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna climb, like we're gonna climb up the ladder, then you have to throw in the smoke, or like you get into the APC.
Oh man, I have a great idea.
What's up?
We just throw the satchel and we run
Yeah,
upstairs and
I would
clap
allow
the
you.
whole thing.
I would allow you
was
to leave
about
if
to
you
say
throw the
that.
satchel. Yeah, for sure. Beautiful. Chekhov's satchel. Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
So check the stretch and get the fuck out of here
Yeah.
and grab the captain.
So
on
like
way,
the delirious Johnny Divis, who is the prisoner in there, gets snagged by you. Like, they're not cultists. You're like, no, cultists, don't take me. You're like, shh, quit the fifth, and like you get him out, and then all of a sudden the hunter killer's like, wait a minute, blah blah blah, and then the explosion, then the satchel comes down with a beep 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 as you're all like running to the APC under fire as like the explosion goes off. Fucking sick.
That's dope.
Cool.
The episode ends with us half running, some people jumping, and in the background like the huge fireball.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Explosion.
Right. From the satchel charge, the Michael Bay satchel charge. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm just like dragging the captain with me.
Yeah. Sick mission. Yeah, you got 2 prisoners actually. So way to go.
Yeah.
Good job, everyone.
Nice.
That's dope, guys.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
fun.
And
Yeah.
I put in the accommodation for Ramirez driving.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So everyone levels
VIP.
up at the end of
Okay.
a successful mission. Everyone levels up. In this case, I try to design the mission so they're done in a single session, but it's okay if they're not. You'll just get the XP when the other group completes it. So, but you all accomplished your mission. You extracted the VIP.
Quick question. You said EXP after another person finished the mission. Another group
Right.
finished mission. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Like if we ran out of time tonight and you didn't get the VIP, well then another group would have to try to get them out, right? And try to resolve the mission.
So we finished the mission though, didn't we?
We did. Yeah, which is why you're leveling up.
Oh,
'Cause you-
everybody's like, there's no experience point. It's like a milestone. So
Right,
everybody
yeah,
gets
sorry. It's a
level 2.
milestone. When a mission has been completed, the squad levels up is the milestone. Yeah. So then, right? So
Okay, so just let you know, I used the copy of character template. I used that
Yeah.
one for my character.
that's
So,
perfect. That's what it's
Just
for.
rename it.
Yeah.
right, what should I roll after level up?
You roll a D10 and add that to your hit point total.
Okay.
There's
one
that
second.
1 for my HP.
Yeah.
Fuck, below end. 4.
Then you
okay.
roll a D20 for each attribute. If the result is less than the score, you subtract 1 from the attribute.
Oh.
And privates
okay.
can roll twice and take the better result from either brawn or dexterity. Sergeants roll twice for brawn or willpower, and officers roll twice for brains and dexterity. Psyops roll twice only for willpower.
Okay, so you say private roll twice for which one?
Brawn, roll twice and take the better result for either brawn or dexterity.
Okay, so I roll all 4 though, right?
Yes. This is like, so you're leveling up, you get better at your stats, right? And so when you get better at stats, they go lower, right? So as long as you roll under your stats.
Oh, well, my brain's not working. 17. Okay, it's gonna remain playing this dumbass character.
Hey, my
9?
willpower goes down.
For a
Good.
sergeant, you which were the 2 attributes?
So,
that you
Sergeants can roll twice for brawn or willpower.
so brawn or willpower. Okay.
Okay, I'll roll twice. 9 or 10, no. 7's better.
No,
And
hold
I
on.
roll-
You're rolling. Why are you rolling 3d6?
Ah, shit.
You roll a
Right,
d20 for each attribute,
Okay,
and if it's
okay, that
less
makes
than,
sense.
it levels up. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oops. Got it. Brown was 12 here.
Yeah. So it gets progressively harder to get better stats.
Okay, that's what he said. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Cool.
But
My bad. Sorry, man.
no, you literally showed up today and just learned a brand new system in like 3 hours. like, what are you talking about? Like it's amazing that you memorized like literally anything in this game in that time. That's awesome.
Thank you, man. It was fun. That was really fun. It's
So,
also
this was,
very different from other
sure.
things I played before.
Oh, for sure. Like I definitely try to speed things along a lot for this game. But yeah, this was a military sci-fi speed run of the Village of Hamlet's Moathouse.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had dexterity of 1. I rolled twice and then 5 on dexterity.
So that was fun.
So wait, if I roll below, I subtract 1 or take
Correct.
the roll I got.
No, you subtract your stat by 1.
Oh, okay. Jeez, I thought I just get that. Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. If the result is
So
less
roll-
than the score that you have, so you roll a d20 for each attribute. If the result is less than the score you have, subtract 1 from that attribute.
Cool. So I got 13 for willpower.
It's gotta be lower, not equal, right?
Correct. It's got to be lower.
Dang.
Oh, poor stuff.
That dex.
Yeah. Well,
What's the lowest it can go?
ostensibly 1.
Okay,
Or
now
2,
I've blown
technically
up
2.
2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I guess 1's always a failure.
That's true. So ostensibly 2.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. At levels 3 and 5, you gain an additional attack action or an additional action per round that can be used as attack, battle of wills, or focus. So.
Oh.
So at level 3, you get 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Or 2 actions.
Mm-hmm.
What is by the way, what is a class cyber or in spec ops do?
Spec ops requires to have all attributes at 10 or less.
Oh, okay.
You have advantage on damage rolls once per fight, and you can ignore 1 tension explodes result and you can also get a special weapon, but you don't get a helmet. You get a badass beret. instead.
Ooh, nice.
And cybers have advantage to hack computers and electronics and are automatically given a wrist comp.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so basically it would be doing everything that Steph did this session with advantage, which would be pretty sick.
Nice.
Are you guys seeing the fucking high rolls?
Yeah, it's
at the wrong time.
I know, right?
oh yeah, brother. Well,
It's
I'm really happy with your approach to caution in this game. I thought it was very well done. I thought it was a very good tactical situation for you all because that could have gotten hairy really fast. But you all really decided fun stuff, and we literally started the session with you all landing on St. Cuthbert Beach, right? Driving through, and we actually got to the Moathouse and extracted the VIP by the end of the session today. That was awesome. Obviously the invasion by beach is not part of the village of Hamlet. That was my little added bit to the game. But I'm glad you liked the prelude, and we could have got the rest of the adventure today. Cool.
So
Next game's gonna be Sunday.
at 3
To the school.
p.m. 3 p.m.
I don't know. I'm GMT, so whatever.
Oh,
the Discord
okay.
event will convert to your local time zone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Nice. All right, y'all. Well, I think that'll do it.
That was fun. Thanks much.
Yep.